What's up, everybody?
Good
Hello.
evening,
Evening.
friends, family, and others, ladies, gents, and others, as my one of my high school teachers used to say.
We're doing this a little bit earlier than usual,
A little bit,
and
a
a
little
couple
bit.
days later than usual. But
Yeah,
whatever.
because life happens.
It's
Right?
our podcast. Who gives a fuck? that's what I say.
That is the best part about not having any producers or anybody else giving us direction or anything like that. We can literally do this whenever the hell we want to.
Yeah, we literally just do whatever the fuck we want, which is my favorite. Actually, in life, my favorite thing to do is whatever I want.
Whatever and whenever.
Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you, being a student, there's nothing more true than that. Do whatever the fuck I want all the time.
Unless it comes to a what's it called? An assignment with an actual due date, right?
Yeah, then
and you're like, right?
Yeah, and what the fuck? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But what's up with you? Past couple of days.
Oh man, so this last week has really kicked my ass as far as the schooling goes.
Hey, thanks for the fucking follow.
Dark Abyss. That's a cool ass name too.
That is a cool ass name.
Sounds like my soul. And Jones's motivation for most things.
Oh yeah. Also.
Oh yeah. So anyway,
Minot, North Dakota.
Right. Yeah. But yeah. So this last week was especially tough because we're getting into the nitty gritties of criminalistics, stuff like that. So we have one more whole week to prep for our big test, which will be a week from tomorrow, which is the entirety of the 12 phases of crime scene processing. So that talks through everything. Like phase 1 is receiving the complaint. Step 2 is phase 2 is notifications. Phase 3 is actual arrival at the scene. Phase 4 is initial documentation and description of the scene. Phase 4 absolutely blows all sorts of dick, right? Because I have to go into so much painstaking detail about literally everything I see. Everything. I have to describe the floor. I have to describe the walls. I have to describe how many walls there are. I have to describe the ceiling. Fucking every piece of evidence. And get this, right? Each individual thing that I describe has to be described in 8 parts. There are 8 details that I have to give for everything that I describe. Everything. And it all needs to be written down in paragraph statement form.
Interesting.
It sucks. It sucks.
Sucks.
With multiple U's and a capital S. Anyway, all right, and then phase 5 is crime scene photography, which luckily, thank God, I tested out of. So I officially passed it in our previous progress checks. So I don't have to do that on test day, thank God.
Okay.
Because that was a pain in the ass. And then phases 5 and 6 are sketches. 1 sketch from top down and 1 sketch from right in front.
How's your drawing?
We do it on graph paper, so everything is very squared off. So it's actually not that bad. I've actually gotten really comfortable with it because I've done it once or twice a day for the last week and a half, sketching the same thing.
Yeah.
So like I know that when I draw my bed, it's going to be 10 squares by 20 squares. I know that my dresser is going to be 5 squares by 8 squares, and I know that my little table is going to be 5 squares squared, right? So once you know those measurements in your head because you've done them so often, it simply, you can rearrange the room however the hell you want. It's not going to matter because I know what my measurements are, right? So part of it has gotten easy, but it takes me on average an hour to complete each sketch from start to finish.
Okay.
To include the sketching.
Are they detailed or is it pretty baseline sketch? Is it like a
hold that thought?
Because when you went in and said everything's in detail, I'll get into this with him in a second too. He went to the sniper course, and they used to have to do that shit. So I know he has practice in it. But if you don't have artistic ability and you're an investigator, that's kind of rough. I was just telling them that I know I was telling them I was talking to you this when you get back, but I remember you going through that sniper course. Or the sniper prep course for NATM.
You saw NSC. Me at a low level of stressed out that not a whole lot of people have
But I remember
seen.
you having to, I don't know if you guys had to draw it or if you guys had to remember every detail.
Yes, no, we drew. We were sketching.
Everything you found you had to draw in like ridiculous detail.
Yeah. So here we go. This is my most recent. Hold on. Which direction am I going here?
Okay, so it's like a floor plan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
That's the idea.
I thought you were saying sketching like,
no,
character sketches and shit. I was like,
no. That would be insane.
I think the police departments have those.
Right. So this is what the top-down sketch looks like. You're right. So here's my dresser with a gun on top of it. That's a cell phone. There's the bed, table, right? And then the other one is what the actual wall itself looks like, right? So I got my big old door, I got my window with a break in it, stuff like that.
Okay. Now, those boxes, I'm assuming, represent X amount of distance, or no?
No. It is. We specifically add this to our legend at the bottom that says this is not to scale.
Okay.
Like that's a required piece we have to have in there. We have to state this is not to scale.
And then you draw lines. I saw there was some numbers and stuff on there. Is that the scaling?
Those are those are actual measurements, distance measurements from key points on my pieces of evidence to designated areas.
Are they step counts, or are you doing?
No, like I have a the fuck's it called? A tape measure.
Like a walk. Okay. Like one of those walking ones they have for construction. You ever seen those?
No, I don't need it. I've seen them.
You see those electric
we don't have
ones?
anything that big.
Those things are the shit, dude. They like roll them on the ground. They don't have a tape measure or anything, but they're like,
I've seen them,
accurate. Yeah.
Or they're all digital. Yeah.
Or the GPS ones they have. Those are fucking insane too.
Yeah. But anyway, so I will be doing that kind of stuff for another week. I take my big test on Monday, and then we move on to the next unit. Now, yesterday, a bunch of classmates, we went to St. Louis for the day on Saturday. Went to the St. Louis Zoo for the first couple hours of the day. Completely free. Really cool.
Nice.
Yes, we walked around there. And then we went downtown we ate lunch at the Budweiser Brew House, which was right across the street from Busch Stadium, where the Cardinals play. The Cardinals were playing. The
Cardinals?
I know.
Busch Stadium? They could be my new second favorite team.
In St. Louis. Yeah. Anyway, they were playing the Pirates at the time. So we were watching a game in this really big, cool, open restaurant area, literally right across the street from straightaway center field. And then we got some pictures at the St. Louis Arch. And then as we were driving home, got hit with the most massive thunderstorm I have ever driven through. I was waiting for just a tornado to appear out of nowhere. We had to pull off to the side of the road under an overpass for a while because the hail was hitting my truck so hard, I was worried my windshield was going to cave in.
What's up, Jones?
Jonesy!
What's up? That's fucking crazy.
But yeah, so then today, I spent the day at the Uranus Fudge Factory. You remember me mentioning this last week? I discovered this place. Oh my God. It is literally 2 blocks from my hotel, and I finally got around to trying to going there. Go check out my Facebook page. My Facebook profile, I did a big long post about it with a whole bunch of pictures. They are hilarious. Like, for example, when you walk into the Fudge Factory / general store, all of the employees start shouting, "Welcome to Uranus!" Like, I walked up to the counter to buy this fudge, which is fucking delicious, by the way. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And this lady goes, "How can I pack your fudge today?"
The owner of that is the most genius fucking person.
He's amazing. Yeah. And then I go to check out because I bought a couple other souvenir items and stuff. I go to check out and they go, "Thanks for picking Uranus."
Thanks for picking Uranus.
Thanks for picking Uranus. Yeah. Oh. They go these jokes, man. It's hilarious. And I took a picture.
Can that dude be president?
I took several pictures of like t-shirts that they were selling each one was more hilarious than the other. I tell you what, just because I'm in a good mood, I'm going to read you off some of these T-shirts that they have. Oh, okay. They have a newspaper there called the Uranus Examiner. There's a local cat called Johnson. There's a sign that says, "This is Johnson. He lives in Uranus. Johnson loves to be stroked and pet. Everyone loves Johnson in Uranus." Let's see what else we got. There's a
pick Uranus for president.
They have a 3-piece animatronic band, right, in a like a outdoor dining area. Somebody will put in $1, and these cheesy old school animatronics will play like old school bluegrass, right? Mm. They're called the Uranus Pickers. The Uranus Pickers. Yep. Let's see. Oh, they have Uranus Dental and Proctology Clinic, the best cavity search in town.
The best cavity search in town.
Yep. And then there's also the Uranus Ice Cream Company. There, they say, "One lick of Uranus and you'll go nuts." And then they have some words underneath that says, "Ice cream when Uranus shakes, and my heart malts when I spend my Sundays in Uranus." So dude, clever.
That place is the shit.
Oh, it's the shit. No, it's the fudge. Okay, so the first T-shirt I almost bought. It said the Uranus Gas and Lube Company. We pump it in the front and lube it in the rear. Here's the other one. Oh, that's right. You remember the mini golf I told you about? The Putt Pirates?
The Putt Pirates?
The Putt Pirates.
That's hilarious.
This T-shirt says, "Sink your balls into our putt holes." There's also a T-shirt for the Uranus Mortuary, and their slogan is, "We bury them deep in Uranus." Oh yeah, not to mention, there's the slogan for the whole place is, "The best fudge comes from Uranus."
I fucking love it, dude.
It's amazing. I need to show you this sign that I almost bought. I don't know if that's
Uranus Fudge Factory exit. Not the bottom part, but
okay. But anyway, check out my Facebook page and you'll see it. Okay, and then here we go. The Uranus Butt Pickers. It's a promotional T-shirt for their Reach Around America tour.
The Reach Around
America tour. Obviously not a real thing.
I don't know who the owner of this is.
He's so clever.
But what a fucking legend of a human being. That's all I have to say.
Here's another one that I found. They have their own brand of wine and liquor. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So here's a sign that we found.
Sip happens in Uranus.
Yep.
Uranus wines.
Yep. Yeah, and then I got a picture of myself with my fudge standing under a sign. I don't know if you can read that sign.
No, I can't.
Shit. It says, "Get your fudge packed."
Get your fudge packed. And you got your fudge packed, right?
I got my fudge packed. Yeah, I got it packed nice and tight. And I will actually be munching on this fudge as we go on tonight.
All right.
This is a chocolate caramel fudge. And these pieces are
straight from Uranus.
Massive. Oh my god, straight.
Thick fudge straight from Uranus.
It's so good. It's such good fudge, man. Like, so that one was chocolate and caramel.
Oh fuck!
And then this fudge has nuts in it. It's got pecans in it. That shit's amazing. And then the other one I got is it's Butterfinger. Like, oh my god, look at that! There's literally just crushed Butterfingers on top.
Right from Uranus.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So that's what I did today.
Well, my week hasn't been as cool as yours. It's hard to have a week there in that. I haven't really done much, honestly. It's been pretty nice.
Oh, fudge is not mixed with Blue Moon.
No? You mean
orange and chocolate? Not a good thing. Not a good
Yeah,
combo.
oranges generally don't go well with Uranus.
Don't stick oranges in Uranus.
No.
That should have been the title of our damn podcast. Fuck.
Those things in Uranus.
The best fudge really does come from Uranus, and I'm not getting paid for this promotion. 10 out of 10.
But if they want,
go check it out. Yo, pull up my Facebook page.
Look up.
I don't think it's
Uranus, Missouri, right?
Uranus, Missouri. Yep.
Right outside.
It's not even a town. It's not a location. It's a destination. That's what their website says. It is just north of Fort Leonard Wood Base. It's in the town of St. Robert, which is where I'm staying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's literally all it is. It's right off of Old Highway 66. Like, it's off of a side, what used to be Old Highway. I think it's Old Highway 44. Yeah. Okay. New Highway 44 came in. It's nice and straight and 4-lane and everything. But right next to it is Old Highway 44, where it's a 2-lane windy, and all of a sudden, Uranus, Missouri, right?
Uranus.
The big sign and everything. Yeah.
Uranus, Missouri.
Oh my god. Anyway.
So, yeah, my week wasn't as good as yours. But, so I decided on what my final project's going to be for my degree.
Ooh, do tell. Do tell.
So I'm going through this criminal intelligence class, which is very interesting. As we spoke about it earlier this week, we went through a whole scenario and attack scenarios and all of that, which was really interesting. Based off an attack in India. So I thought about it, and I was like, what's a polarizing thing that's going on right now, and will always go on in America, and that's the Second Amendment, right?
Right.
And I was like, what's a different take on the Second Amendment that people usually don't do? And I'm gonna do my research and do my paper on the how the Second Amendment influences and enhances our homeland security. Because when the Japanese thought about attacking, like land attacking, there's a famous quote from their general, I'm paraphrasing, but basically said,
Yamamoto, there will be a gun behind every blade of grass, right?
Yes. Like, we're not going to invade the United States because those motherfuckers will kill us. You don't even need the army. Like, our military you don't even need, because there's so many gun toters in America. So I'm going to do a pretty in-depth analysis on how legal carry of weapons actually enhance our homeland security more so than...
For sure.
Because, I mean, you look at Ukraine, that's what's getting them by, is a lot of those people had fucking guns and said, you're not taking my land, so...
Well, you should also, I think, an interesting other kind of amendment to that would also be a review of the history of disarmed citizens.
Yes, like China and most recently
China,
Canada.
Well, so the big three that everyone always points to is China, Russia, and World War II Germany, specifically the Jews, right? Yep. So, but theoretically though, I saw an interesting video just recently, stumbling through the dark corners of YouTube, and it was all of the worst. It was a list of top 10 deadliest dictators, right? So obviously you had Stalin and Russia and Mao and Pol Pot and a couple dictators in Africa and whatever. But the video made a point of emphasizing that every single one of these dictators who killed tens of millions of people all had one thing in common, is they all disarmed their citizens.
Yep.
Every single one of them.
Which, I mean, I hate statistics. We all know my feeling on stats, because they can get played on both sides.
Well, these are facts. These aren't statistics. These are just straight cold hard facts.
But statistically speaking, how many? You said 10? So
this was just a list of top 10.
10 out of 10 of those dictators took the guns away from people and then killed them all. So,
and then killed it.
Statistically speaking, even though I hate them, that's 100%.
And if your government is trying to take your guns away from you,
that's probably not good.
Statistically speaking, there's a very good chance that they are going to try and exterminate people. Or in most cases, it was a particular ethnic group, like especially in the African dictators, it was all, it was mostly ethnic. But that also was China as well.
Did you know, I didn't realize this until a couple days ago, I was watching a video about it. after the Civil War, the southern states, so everyone obviously could carry a weapon for the most part back then. They banned African Americans from carrying weapons directly after the Civil War in the South.
Because they didn't want all their slaves to rise up against them.
Yep, which is great. I never knew that. That was a very interesting fact I learned.
Yeah.
But it happens. It's happens in the world, and it's somewhat happy in the United States. I don't know if they'll ever get that far with us, just because the mass amount of weapons that we have.
I hope not. But
and I think some bad things will happen before that. But
yeah. But
anyways, on a lighter note, you know what we haven't played in a long time?
Ooh,
our word game.
Yeah, we haven't done that in a minute, have we?
No.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to word association rather than makes me think of.
No, let's do makes me think of. I like that one a little bit better. It's easier.
Sure.
It's easier to.
Fair enough. All right, so Jones, I'll let you go first this week. Your cue is fudge.
Fudge makes me think of Uranus. Uranus makes me think of space. And space makes me think of... I was going to say something naughty, but I'm not going to do it. Space makes me think of NASA.
NASA. Okay, NASA makes me think of the Apollo missions, which makes me think of the Apollo 13 movie, which was great, by the way, which makes me think of the late, great Bill Paxton.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Do you remember the cast of Apollo 13?
No. No, I don't.
Okay. Do you remember the movie Twister?
Here, this is what I'll... Oh, yeah, so Bill Paxton makes me think of Twister, which actually makes me think of Missouri, which makes me think of tornado shelters.
Okay, tornado shelters makes me think of old school tornado cellars, which makes me think of The Wizard of Oz, which makes me think of my senior high school theater production. My high school actually put on the entirety of The Wizard of Oz. I played Uncle Henry in the Ozian Guard. Yeah, it was actually a really fun time. Yeah, so, but no, we did the whole production. Like our band and orchestra was the pit orchestra, whole 9 yards.
So theater production, I never did theater, but makes me think of me being the only saxophone in the pit orchestra, probably ever. Which makes me think of what's that movie that they just Phantom of the Opera?
Ooh.
Which makes me think of Broadway. But to go off of that, they just did their last performance of that.
I saw that, yeah.
And I'm not a big theater guy, but that's pretty crazy. That's a historical thing.
Right. So Phantom of the Opera is in my top 3 favorite musicals ever. Has been ever since I started learning what musicals were. And this means, unfortunately, that I will never actually get to see a live performance of it.
Yeah.
And that kind of hurts my soul a little bit.
From Broadway. I'm sure schools and shit will do it, but they'll never be...
It won't be the same.
You'll never have the top notch.
I won't be able to travel to New York to see it on Broadway. Now, my sister and brother-in-law did, and they said that. Do you remember the scene in the movie where they pick the chandelier up off of the stage and move it into the crowd or into the audience? They actually did that during the musical. And my brother-in-law described it as the pipe organ at that section shook the foundations of the building. And I want to see that so bad. Anyway,
I bet that was a top 5 performance that he's ever seen.
It might have been. I know it was top for him.
And speaking of that, we have a top 5 right now. You didn't take the hook.
I didn't see that coming.
Oh, it was a good one.
I expected to go again, honestly.
Before we I just thought it was a good transition. Before we go into this, can you explain how the podcast kind of works?
Yeah, sure. Actually, while you're doing that, can you go back to our home screen then?
Yep.
All right. So, if you guys are watching us for the first time, or maybe this is second or third, and I know recently we've been doing these kind of unusually, but right beneath my ugly mug, right here, you'll see a nice little handy-dandy list of our daily topics. This is usually the script that we follow, and we simply just kind of update what we talk about within these topics every week. So we just went through topics 1 and 2, which is how we always start off our podcast. This is episode 15 now.
Well, technically 17, but it's 15.
We don't count those other two.
Maybe 18 because I think we did one of them twice.
Who knows? Anyway, yeah. So we are now going into. Oh yeah, and before I mention that, we've been the last 5 or 6 episodes. We've been keeping them very well. What's the word I'm looking for? Themed.
Yes,
they've been themed, right? So the theme this week is breakfast and breakfast cereal related. So that takes us into our top 5, which is where we will collectively list off our top 5 favorite items within the category that we choose for the week, right? Mm-hmm. So our category this week is cue it up. Breakfast cereal specifically. Yes.
Cold.
Yes.
And okay. I'll talk about that here in a little bit.
There are a few of us that grew up on hot cereal during the winters, like your oatmeal, your chocolate malt oatmeal, your cream of wheat, which to this day I still absolutely love this stuff. But we wanted to
comment on that one.
Sure.
In 2 segments.
All right, Jonesy, do you want to go first then?
Yeah, you want to start from number 1 or we're going to go from number 5? What do you want?
Ooh, we haven't started from number 5 yet. Yeah. All right, let's do it in reverse order.
All right. This is maybe somewhat of a hot take. But I really enjoy honeycomb cereal.
The old school honeycombs. I remember seeing the commercials for this as a kid, watching like Saturday morning cartoons. You know what I mean? Like old school Cartoon Network.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this one never took off in my family, unfortunately. So I think I maybe had it once at a friend's house 20 years ago.
So this one for me, I didn't have it very often because I didn't grow up with a ton of money, right? I grew up halfway decent, but now with a shitload of money. Mm-hmm. So it would be like a special one every once in a while. It would be on sale at Walmart or Meijer in Michigan or something. And you get
and you never bought name brand, right?
Oh,
you got the massive bags of the General Mills Walmart off-brand. Right?
Actually, something like that will be on my list here in a few. But yeah, the honeycomb, the taste of it was so good as a kid. And I'm not a big cereal guy. I'll just be completely honest. But I love me some honeycombs. What about you?
Boy, that takes me back. Okay, speaking of taking me back, number 5 is from my good old friend Tony the Tiger. Frosted Flakes. Now, this one was on the list, not only because I really liked it, but because it was always special in that we could buy them. Do you remember the individual serving containers? The plastic round containers?
They still have those bitches at gas stations and stuff.
Yeah. I know. Well, and I used to get this. I used to get number 5 and my number 4 pick a bunch on deployment. Because they were one of the only things that was available as a grab and go option 24/7.
Which, right, working security and law enforcement is
absolutely. Because most of the time I got really sick of the crappy defect food, and I always knew I could have a bowl of Frosted Flakes and it was going to get me through, right? Mm-hmm. But that was also another special thing for us as a kid. For me as a kid, because our family every once in a while we would get those little travel size boxes, and me and my older brother Evan would always fight over the Frosted Flakes. So. There's some familial childhood history with that one. We didn't get it very often, but when we did, it was usually pretty special.
I love those Did I put that on my? I didn't. Wow, honorable mention for me. I didn't. I love me some Frosted Flakes. Huh? They're the one cereal that when it gets soggy, it's still okay.
Yes.
A lot of the ones that get soggy taste like asshole afterwards, but those ones for some reason, and then the milk just becomes sugary.
Yes.
But
and that tastes like rum chata.
It kind of does taste like rum chata. Another one that makes it super sugary is Fruity Pebbles.
Man,
but not Fruity Pebbles from General Mills.
No,
Fruity Pebbles or wherever the fuck it's from. It's the
Fruity Dino Bites.
I don't even know what those. It was these.
It's the Walmart off-brand, right?
I used to get the Meijer one because Walmart's a shit show, and in Michigan, here says Dino. Her powder says Dino Pebbles. I'll get to your guys' list.
Yes.
Before we get to our number 1 too, but yeah, Dino Pebbles or wherever the Meijer brand is, wherever the off-brand one is better than any other version of Fruity Pebbles you could possibly get. I love them so much, dude.
They're so good, dude.
And
those will make an appearance on my list
when
too.
they get soggy,
I want to point that out.
And it like soaks in all the milk.
Doesn't matter.
Oh man,
does not matter. Now, the one drawback with those though is if you leave a few in your bowl and you don't wash it out immediately, they turn into fucking cement.
Dude, it's impossible. You can't. You might as well throw your bowl away.
You might as well.
It's impossible.
Seriously, you'd have a better job of getting out like cooked on oatmeal.
You need a jackhammer to get it off. Like...
I've taken to simply filling the bowl with water and soap and leaving it to rest overnight because that's the only way I can clean that shit out.
I use holy water, and that's the only way it comes off for me.
Speaking of which, you know how you make holy water?
Huh?
You boil the hell out of it.
You fucker. What's your number 4?
Okay, my number 4 is Raisin Bran. I mentioned that number 4 and number 5, I ate a bunch on my deployment. R-A-I-S-I-N. Yeah, you got it right.
Oh, okay. And it's Bran, it's not brand, right?
B-R-A-N, yeah. But also, this is one that my family got consistently growing up. Mm-hmm. We almost always had some Raisin Bran in the cupboard. But yeah, so...
I'm not a big fan.
Really?
You know why I'm not a big fan?
Is it the raisins or the bran?
It's the bran. It's the sugar. There's no sugar on it. Like
you can add sugar.
Well, yeah, if you add sugar,
have a couple Splenda packets from the coffee section of your DFAC, and
but it's all
man, like, add that your own.
You won't. I never ate any of this as an actual man, by the way. So I don't think I've had cereal since I became a man. So, but
man,
but yes, it was always just like Cheerios. It was always kind of bland to me. And
see, that's where the raisins came in, though. The raisins is where all the flavor came from.
I like the raisins out of it.
Yeah,
they were kind of like Lucky Charms. So you pick them out. Like I picked the raisins out, like I picked the marshmallows out.
Yeah, well, because with brand named Raisin Bran, the raisins were sugar coated, and they were always just that much better.
Maybe I never actually had name brand Raisin Bran.
That might have been the problem. Like, I don't know.
Stale ass fucking Walmart Raisin Bran.
All right. Anyway. All right, number 3 for you. Let's see it.
Number 3 for me might be another
hot take, maybe?
Hot take, but
yeah. So these were a big hit with my family, for my older siblings and my mom. I hated these. It tasted like I was chewing on a piece of wicker.
You know
what I mean?
So this is the one where I used to eat them like as a snack without milk too.
Yeah, my sisters used to do that.
But once you get to the bottom of the box and there's no frosting on them, you're kind of just pressed when you get cereal in the morning. But towards that top and middle of the box where there's tons of frosting on them, man, that milk tastes so good too once it kind of soaks in. And it like soaks the milk into it after, 5-10 minutes of being in there. I love me some frosting.
I could just never get over the fact that the bulk of the cereal tasted like sawdust. Just the texture tastes like sticks and sawdust.
I'll say out of a lot of the cereals, this one I think did one of the best jobs, if not the best job, with flavors. So like the strawberry frosted mini wheats were fucking delicious.
Yeah, okay.
The berry ones were delicious. The regular ones, OG ones, were delicious. And some of the cereals, like you'll get like I love me some Captain Crunch every once in a while, but they had some Captain Crunch flavors. You're like, what the fuck is this?
Seriously.
Never with frosted mini wheats though.
Seriously though. Okay, speaking of which, that's a hell of a segue because my number 3 is good old original Captain Crunch. No. Yeah, there you go.
Captain Crunch.
Okay, so I don't dislike Crunch Berries. I will eat Captain Crunch with Crunch Berries. But if I'm going to buy it by myself, it's just Captain Crunch.
I think my favorite part of the Captain Crunch is the square pieces. You know what I'm talking about? So you have like the balls.
What the cereal is?
Oh, Berry just has the balls, like the different colored balls, and then it has the square pieces, right? So yeah, regular Captain Crunch, that portion's my favorite. They also, their peanut butter one is holy shit delicious.
See, I thought you were going to mention the peanut butter under one of those flavors that was like, what the fuck?
No.
I didn't like it.
The peanut butter one was so good. Something about the peanut butter and the milk. Oh man, that was delicious.
Yeah, I have a love-hate relationship when it comes to peanut butter flavored things
Mm-hmm.
because in a lot of cases I don't like it because it's too rich, it's too thick, and it just makes me thirsty. And for some reason, if you're a snack that makes me thirsty, I don't like it. So, for example, and part of that is a ratio thing, right? So I will demolish a packet of Reese's Pieces, but if you give me big old Reese's peanut butter cups,
really?
yeah.
See, I love me some peanut butter cups.
I'll eat one, and then I'm like, God, where's the milk? Where's the water? I'm thirsty now.
We never done candy on this, have we?
Weird thing. Oh, well, we did road trip snacks.
But
you're not a candy guy.
Didn't make it as a podcast.
Fuck.
We might have to revisit that in a few months.
That's the one that didn't record, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's probably our best podcast ever that no one will listen to.
Because we didn't record any audio for that one. Shit, yep. I remember that now.
Now, hopefully everyone can hear us and we're recording audio right now. Before we go into our next top two, we'll go over some ones in the chat.
Let's see what's
Bunches of Oats. He likes.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
And then Pounders also says Dino Pebbles from the commissary. They always came in these giant bags.
Yes. Yeah, like the big 5-pound bags
for cheap, dude. Like if you're living on if you're balling on a budget, that's the way to go. And then Echo says, Captain Crunch, Oops All Berries, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yep.
Honeycombs, Trix Classic. I forgot about Trix.
Trix. I have never eaten Trix in my life. I have never had them.
I think I had it once, maybe, because they're always expensive as fuck. Like some of the cereal, I'll be honest, we got on like EBT when I was like really young, so we have a lot of money. So it's whatever the government said you could get. But yeah. Honestly,
what's your number two? What's your number two?
My number two, I spelled wrong on my list. For
I'll
some
help
reason.
You out. Don't worry.
Oh no, it's not a hard one.
Apple Jacks,
dude. I fucking love Apple Jacks. It's also my dad's favorite. So my dad,
that makes sense.
He's not a cereal eater at all. He's never been one. But you get a box of Apple Jacks, that shit's his. I would have to like sneak a bowl every once in a while because it was bought specifically for him. But Apple Jacks are the shit, dude. They are so.
Mine do not touch.
They're my second favorite cereal to eat dry.
Yeah.
Because
I can see that.
If you could put those in a baggie and bring them on a road trip or, to the not movie theater, the drive-in movies or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was always good. So I love me some Apple Jacks.
Classic.
What about you?
I like it. I think the only reason Apple Jacks weren't anywhere on my list is because I never had them as a kid ever.
It was a special occasion for us.
Yeah.
And the Meyer brand, big in Michigan. The Meyer brand Apple Jacks were really fucking good too.
Yeah, off-brand, I think, in a lot of cases, does better. Anyway,
I agree wholeheartedly.
So I agree with Echo on my number two, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Yes, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is amazing for multiple reasons. I think one of which is the fact that drinking the milk afterwards is just so amazing.
Yes, it is.
And Cinnamon Toast Crunch does a better job of not going stale if you leave it in the box for too long.
I never thought about that.
You can eat it way past its. Trust me, I figured this out the hard way in Korea. No, Apple Jacks. Cinnamon Toast Crunch stays better for longer in a less than optimally sealed bag.
Interesting.
And it also does not get soggy as quickly as most other cereals.
While we're talking about this.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
My favorite cereal is
Crunch.
Also Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Just call it CTC.
That's fine.
All right.
It's Cinnamon Toast Crunch on my list. But Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I agree with you tenfold. Like, so much. Good. It's so delicious. The texture. I don't really give a shit about texture for the most part. I know you're pretty big on texture for your foods and stuff.
I'm a texture guy. Yeah.
The texture of Cinnamon Toast Crunch though is perfect.
Yes.
And when you leave it in milk for a little bit of time, it gets soggy, but it still keeps its shape.
Yeah.
And the milk, like you said, is by far the most delicious of any other milk you can get. And the off-brand one, still delicious. It's one of the few, though, where I will say the off-brand is not as good as Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I agree. I 100% agree with you. Now, my number one, Jones, you mentioned it. It's on your list.
Really?
Pounders chimed in with it instantly. And yeah, this is one of the rare cases where the off-brand stuff, not Dino Pebbles. Oh yeah, you're right. They're called Fruity Dino Bites when you get them from the off-brand stuff. They are way better than Fruity Pebbles. And I actually did research on this. Because I wanted to know if indeed the off-brand, because we only ever bought off-brand cereal.
Yeah,
right.
I was very
if my family could help it,
else.
right? But I remember once, most of the time as a kid, when I would have Fruity Dino Bites or Fruity Pebbles or whatever the case was, it was when I would visit my aunt's house, and she would have them. And I remember thinking, "Oh, yeah, we finally get to have these," because we didn't really have them. We didn't really buy it growing up. But this is my go-to cereal currently. Like right now, I have a 4-pound bag of this shit sitting on top of my fridge in my apartment.
That shit.
Yeah,
that's an apocalypse bag.
It lasts forever.
It lasts forever. There's a fuck with
those resealable bags, right?
Oh yeah, they were always the best. You just tear off the little top and you. Yep. Instead of crunching the bag up and tossing it back in the box, now the box looks bloated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Zip it up. Yep. But I remember one time, I think I was in college. It was at some point recently where I had my own money. I decided I was going to buy a box of Fruity Pebbles just to see which one's better. Fruity Pebbles are bad.
Yeah, they are.
Like
compared to
the flavoring is all off. It's off
compared to off-brand ones. Yeah. For sure. I know mine says Fruity Pebbles, but we all talked about it's the off-brand.
We all know what it is. Yeah.
Mine just has to be a regional off-brand as opposed to a national off-brand.
Yeah. I like the General Mills stuff from either any Walmart brand or the Kroger brand stores like the Dillons that I shop at. They sell the same thing.
Kroger brand's the shit.
They sell the exact same thing.
Yeah.
It's the exact same.
Oh, really? Walmart and Kroger brand?
It's the same sub company that does the cereal for both of them.
Interesting. We used to have a Kroger in Michigan. We always get cheaper stuff there, and it was great. A lot of their off-brand stuff. I think personally off-brand is the best.
Except when it comes to pop.
Except when, yeah. I mean,
you're trying to tell me that Mr. Thunder is actually better than Dr. Pepper?
No.
Like, let's be honest here.
So is RC Cola considered off-brand? Because as the young kids would say, RC Cola fucking slaps.
It does slap, actually.
Especially the red, something red.
Big Red.
Big Red.
Big Red. Oh my God.
It's
the cinnamon flavored stuff.
They don't sell it out here. So we went back to Michigan, and this is going off topic a little bit. But we went back to Michigan, and every time my grandparents could drive out here, the kids asked them to bring out Big Red because it's not in California. So
hell yeah.
They bring out like 10 2-liters of it.
It's probably known in the state of California to cause cancer, just like everything else. Oh, man.
But going into a somewhat more... Huh?
Oh, hold on a second. Echo, what... I got a bunch of stars when he's talking about the type of... the channel you used to watch.
YouTube channel
something
I
about
used to watch, who calls hentai off-brand. So it's just...
Oh.
That's next... That's next podcast, Echo. And it's going to be only O'Leary talking about it.
No, it is not.
Definitely not me.
No, it is not. As long as you don't get into lolly or some shit like that.
Hey, that's true. Don't be a douche.
Yeah, we don't mess with that stuff.
Or a pedo.
Anyway.
So,
lost pause.
We did law enforcement the past couple times. We do a hero of the week.
Yeah.
We're partial to law enforcement, I would say, generally speaking, because we both did some facet of law enforcement in the military, and there's some pretty bad motherfuckers. But we haven't talked about this in a while as a firefighter.
Oh yeah,
and this doesn't involve him actually fighting a fire. So, Gilbert, fire and rescue paramedic, so he's both. He's a twofer. Josh Milne. So he was driving down the road, and there was this lady fucking going in and out of traffic.
Where's this guy from?
This is Gilbert, Arizona.
Gilbert, Arizona.
Yeah.
All right.
So this lady's driving in and out of traffic, and he, as a paramedic or and firefighter with his experience, goes, I think she's having some health complications. So he drives up, positions his car for her to crash into him.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. So he drives up, stops his car, so she crashes into him. He sustains no injuries. He then gets out and then treats this woman for whatever health complications she did have. So
it doesn't mention what she was suffering from?
Doesn't really mention, no.
Okay. Because funny you should mention that. We had a similar instance last year at our main gate where we ran a 1920, which is a drunk driving, on a guy who was actually suffering from early stages of diabetic shock. So he wasn't drunk. He was literally having a health episode.
Yeah.
So pro tip for you guys, they might not be drunk. They might be diabetic.
That's a high possibility.
Yeah, no, like this guy, he was marking off, he was checking all the box for a drunk driver. But yeah, the symptoms of what's it called? Diabetic shock. Match that criteria very closely. So I would be curious to see if maybe that was something that this particular lady was dealing with. But yeah, kudos to this guy using his own vehicle as a human shield.
Yeah, and then getting out and helping her. And yeah, he says in there too, he said, I could see a woman having a medical emergency. She was unconscious. She was driving her vehicle, weaving in and out of traffic, and she was out of control. Had I not, and he talks about positioning his truck to get hit by her. She was possibly going off-road, hit another car, another person. There's an embankment and railroad tracks that she could have gone over. So he was doing it specifically to preserve her life and the lives of others on the highway. And that's pretty fucking cool.
That is a true blue American hero.
Yeah, not even on the job. Good for you, man.
He wasn't even on the job. God, no. I hope insurance covered the damage to his truck.
I'm sure. I think he was using his fire rescue truck.
Better have. Oh, okay, gotcha.
But you know what he'll go down in? Probably history.
Big cojones. Oh my god. Jones, you are cranking out these segues.
Sending it, dude. We're getting there.
You are on fire with it.
I am.
Oh, we forgot to change the dates.
No, I didn't. 16 April 2023 or 23, right? That's all you wanted?
Oh shit, I'm staring at it. Wow.
I'm staring at it.
The hell is in this?
The moon ain't that strong.
It's my third one of the day. Shut up. Alrighty. So yeah, there was apparently a lot of stuff that happened on 16 April. So I decided to just keep it down to one day. The featured event takes us all the way back to 1912 on this day. On this day in 1912, American aviator Harriet Quimby became the first woman to fly across the English Channel, guiding her French monoplane through heavy overcasts from Dover, England to Hardelot, France. So this predates Amelia Earhart by a number of years. But yeah, first female aviator to fly across the English Channel. That happened on this day in 1912.
So Amelia Earhart was the first one to go over the ocean then?
Across the Atlantic, yes.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So Ms. Quimby here was a leading pioneer in flying over, I suppose, a large body of water, being the English Channel. Not to mention the fact that it was apparently overcast as fuck. And like we know English weather to be, it's horrible. Anyway, more events on this day. In 2014, I actually didn't even know this was a thing. I must have totally missed out on this news story. But there was a South Korean ferry traveling from Incheon to Jeju, which capsized and sank, killing 304 people, most of whom were high schoolers. I don't remember anything about this in the news back in 2014. I was in college at the time, and I would have liked to think, a learned individual who was keeping up on the news and stories and stuff. Didn't hear a single thing about this. And even during my year in Korea, I've been to Incheon. It's a cool place. And not one person has ever mentioned anything about that to me. So, speaking of death, today is the anniversary of the 2007 Virginia Tech shooting. Do you remember this, Jones?
Oh, yeah. Well, I was a kid, but yes.
Right. I remember the news story when it broke. It was one of the deadliest mass shootings in United States history. 33 people, including the shooter, were killed on the Blacksburg, Virginia campus of Virginia Tech. Yeah, I remember when this one happened. That was in 2007 on this day. Let's see. Going back to 2003, at the age of 40, Michael Jordan, the GOAT, widely regarded as the best player in the history of basketball, played his last game in the NBA. He was with he came back and played a few seasons with the Wizards, right? Washington Wizards?
Well, what team does it say? Was that after the Wizards?
It doesn't specify. This might have been with the Bulls.
He had his short-lived baseball career right after that too.
Oh, that's right.
And Space Jam.
Alrighty. All right. So wow, we jumped from 2003 all the way back to 1962 when American journalist Walter Cronkite, you remember the name?
Oh yeah.
Recognize the name? He became anchor of the CBS Evening News, a position he held for nearly 2 decades, during which time he became known as, you remember what his nickname was?
I do not know.
Quote, the most trusted man in America.
Wish we had those now.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, back when the news was actually news and factual. But yeah, I remember I mentioned the Apollo 13 movie earlier.
Mm-hmm.
That movie did a really good job of taking actual snippets from his television broadcasts and using it in the movie, because that's where people were tuning in. Was to CBS to watch Walter Cronkite talk about what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But yeah, so 1962 on this day, he became the anchor for CBS Evening News. Let's see. 1947 was the birth of American basketball player Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who won 5 NBA championships with the Los Angeles Lakers. That was in 1980, 82, 85, and 87. Oh, and 88.
Who was also regarded as one of the greatest, if not second or third greatest of all time.
Well, he was the league leading scorer for a number of years, wasn't he? He had a record for a number. Yeah, he did for a while. And I also think it's hilarious. He starred in the 1980 something movie Airplane.
I love that.
Remember that movie? So he was one of the pilots. Oh my God, that movie was hilarious. All right. Going back a few years before that, on this day, 1943, Swiss chemist Albert Hofmann discovered the psychedelic properties of LSD, which was a drug he had first synthesized in 1938. So a number of years before he synthesized the drug, and then it wasn't until 1943 that he realized that it was a psychedelic.
And then the CIA took it over and did that.
Yep.
Crazy.
Operation, what was that operation? It wasn't Operation Northwoods. It was...
I can't remember off the top of my head, but basically brought people in with prostitutes, gave them LSD, and tried to mind control them.
Yeah. Oh, that was the MK Ultra experiments.
Yep.
MK Ultra. Basically, the gist of MK Ultra is if you subject a person to enough fear, they will willingly give up rights in the name of safety. Sound familiar? but we don't get political on this.
No.
On this podcast.
No, well,
look up MK Ultra.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go back even further. 1917, Vladimir Lenin. Speaking of really bad people, he ended his 17-year exile and returned to Russia to form a provisional government. Yeah, Lenin is in the list of top 10 most ruthless dictators that killed a shit ton of people, all in the name of communism.
Seems to be a trend,
right? Kids today don't even know.
Oh wait, politics.
All right. But we don't get political on this podcast. This one's kind of cool. This is on my bucket list as far as places to travel to in the United States. In 1908, on this day, the Natural Bridges National Monument was formally established in southeastern Utah. Have you seen this place?
I have not.
It is nuts.
But Utah is so beautiful, dude. I drove through there.
Oh, man.
It's one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in my life.
Yeah. While I keep going through this, do me a favor. Just Google Natural Bridges National Monument real quick. It'll blow your mind. It's really cool. On a humorous note, on this day in 1838, French forces occupied Veracruz, Mexico during what became known as the Pastry War. I can't think of anything more French than this. The Pastry War. It was a conflict that began after a French pastry cook living near Mexico City claimed that Mexican army officers had damaged his restaurant. So the French army said, God forbid they mess with the pastries.
Don't touch my crepes.
Don't.
You stupid American.
What a crepe war.
My crepes.
Right. Yeah, but that became known as the Pastry War in 1838.
The French have hated us ever since.
Right. Well, this was in Mexico, so this didn't even have anything to do with us.
Oh.
All right, let's see. In 1755, painter Elizabeth Vigée-Lebrun, known for her portrait of Queen Marie Antoinette, she was born in Paris on this day in 1755. I have yet to look at some of her original works, but I'm sure they are beautiful. Sad day for us of Irish and Scottish descent, Jones. On this day in 1746, an English army defeated a Scottish force under Charles Edward Stuart, also known as Bonnie Prince Charlie, at the Battle of Culloden, ending the Jacobite Revolution and effort to restore the Stuarts to England's throne. So, if you want a little history lesson for the day, look up the Jacobite Revolution in England. Interesting bit of history there. But yeah, that was the last chance for Scotland to take over England, and they failed. Back to France. This is our last event for the day. In 1646 was the birth of architect Jules Hardouin Mansart, and I know I'm butchering that name because it's French, and they have a whole bunch of fake letters in their name. He was the architect who redesigned and expanded the Palace of Versailles, which is arguably one of the most beautiful buildings in existence, except for the fact that they originally didn't build it with bathrooms. So the French people that worked and lived in the castle just took to shitting and pissing literally wherever. Which, coincidentally, is also why the French invented perfumes and colognes to cover up the fact that they never bathed. So.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that is your day in history, April 16th.
I kind of enjoyed the history segments.
Good.
For a multitude of reasons, but one of the big reasons is, you can't forget history or repeat itself, right? Also, it's crazy to think on the day that you're like, on this specific day, a bunch of crazy shit happened. And it's every day. There's not one day in the year where something crazy didn't happen, which is insane. Yeah, I enjoy them. That's just me.
Heck yeah.
But
good deal.
What I don't enjoy?
Yeah, let's introduce, this is our second week doing this new segment, right, Jones?
It is. And we took away the last hot take one, because I think it was somebody's podcast. So we were maybe
we kind of stole somebody's logo. But yeah, so this is replacing Darwin Awards, which it was funny while it lasted. We got a good laugh out of them, but it became harder and harder to find good ones.
Maybe eventually we'll bring it back for an episode or something, if we find some good ones.
We always keep that one on standby. But for now, hot takes. The way this works is...
I'm going to purely do that.
Sure. Hot takes is something we just kind of came up with on the spur of the... It was a very spur of the moment thing. It was like... I think we were originally going to call it unpopular opinion. Something like that. But we decided, hey, this is an opinion of ours that we feel strongly about that maybe not everyone agrees on. It can be completely random or it can be in line with our, whatever our topic is. So like for this week, our topic is breakfast food or breakfast cereals, right? So our hot takes this week are going to be opinions that we have that aren't shared by everyone based on that topic of breakfast foods. So it's not going to be like the debate. We're simply just going to state this and just kind of talk about it a little bit, have some fun with it. So we will we'll see how this goes over the next couple weeks or so.
Before I get in, well, I have 2 hot takes.
Oh,
The first one being, if you're not
coming out
following
swinging.
us on one of our multiple listening platforms, you should.
Yeah,
because we are on Spotify,
literally everything.
Apple Music, YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, all the other ones no one cares about, like Samsung Podcasts. We're on Spotify, if I didn't say that already. So we're literally everywhere. You can Deezer, anywhere you can possibly think of listening to a podcast or watching it, we're there.
To include Apple Podcasts now, finally.
To include Apple Podcast. So go toss a follow on one of those devices. You can listen to it if you don't want to see our ugly mugs. Or you can go over to YouTube, toss a subscription. It's free. Toss a follow on one of those. Give us whatever rating you think we deserve. Probably 5-star. But if it's less than 5-star, that's cool too.
Everyone's entitled to their own hot takes.
Yeah. even if they're wrong. Which mine isn't. Yep. And my hot take is hot cereal's not a thing.
Oh.
It is not a thing. You know it's not
your tongue.
You know it's not a cereal? Oatmeal. You know what oatmeal is? It's oatmeal. Cream of wheat? Not cereal.
Delicious.
It's not.
I grew up on cream of wheat.
Cereal means
anything malto-meal.
Yeah, malto-meal also not cereal. Just because you warm it up, just because you warm it with the microwave doesn't make it cereal. You get a bowl, right? Now, depending on if you're a psychopath or if you're not a psychopath, you pour the cereal in first, right? Then you pour your milk in there. That's cereal.
So, okay, so your criteria then is whether or not milk is added.
It's a cold breakfast food.
Because I have a newsflash for you, buddy. Everybody who's anybody adds milk to either their cream of wheat or their oatmeal or their malto-meal.
Which is oatmeal. It literally says...
You add a little bit of milk.
Meal. Oatmeal.
Yeah. It's
cream of wheat, not cream of cereal or cereal of wheat. It is.
If you look at the box, it says cereal on it.
It's not a fucking thing. It is. That's my hot take.
It is. It is a real thing.
Also,
I love
Echo's
them, and I
a psychopath, by the way. If you look in the chat, he says milk before cereal.
Milk before cereal?
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't think hot cereal is an actual thing. That's just me. People may think so. It might be on a box every once in a while, but it's not cereal. Cereal is a sugary breakfast, cold, sugary breakfast item that you put milk in a bowl with. It's not
Jones,
fucking
I never
oatmeal.
took you to be somebody who's so closed-minded about stuff like that.
No.
You know?
You never took me to be someone who was so intelligent he could look past the labels of society on breakfast foods.
I literally look at the label that's printed on the breakfast food that says cereal.
Yeah. People think they're men and women now, so doesn't make it right.
Oh, God. All right. Well, so we know Jones is crazy.
No.
My hot take is that Spam is actually a really good breakfast food when it's diced up and mixed with scrambled eggs.
Spam is not good at any point in time.
Spam is actually good if it is diced up and thrown on the skillet with your scrambled eggs, gets a little bit cooked, mix in with the eggs, get all the flavor, pour a little salt, pepper on them. That shit will stick with you through a hard day's work. I swear to you. It's amazing. Yeah. And especially when you cook it with the eggs, there's not even that much flavor.
Exactly.
Honestly.
Spam tastes like hot dog water.
That's
the epitome of what spam
tastes like hot dogs.
No, it tastes like a hot dog water. It doesn't taste like a hot dog. Hot dogs are delicious.
Yeah.
Probably made the same way.
That's my hot take. Spam is actually really good. People just need to give it a try. You don't eat it raw. It's like Vienna sausages. You don't eat them raw.
No, but I don't want to get started on that.
What do you want to get started on, Jones?
I want to get started on our segment. If you could explain this to the new listeners.
Don't get me started on this one. All right, so this is arguably our favorite favorite topic that we do. It's a game that we're playing. We've been playing this ever since literally day one. This was one of our founding segments. I think this was like, we decided we wanted to do a debate. We decided we wanted to do You Laugh, You Lose. And then we decided we wanted to do this. Those were like the 3 we based everything off of.
I think this might even be the second one. The second thing we thought of after the debate.
Literally the very second thing. But yeah, so we are also in the process of turning this into an actual card game. The way this game works is, the way the card game will work is a player will draw a card that'll have an innocuous topic on it, like ice cream trucks or escalators or something like that. And then they will roll a die, and you have a 50-50 chance of either getting a you love it or a you hate it. And then you'll have a little minute-long egg timer. So let's say I get escalators, and I roll the dice, and it says I love it. Start the egg timer, no time to think, and I have to go on a minute-long rant on all the reasons why I love escalators.
Without stopping.
All stream of consciousness, all off the top of your head. It's a great road trip game. I used to play it on road trips. It would be an ideal travel game if you're like hungover, laid over in an airport.
Probably
or you might be hungover in the airport. Your dad might be hungover. The kids might not be. But
and Dad can talk about how he hates everything at that point, so it'll be perfect.
Yeah, right. So the way we play this game is we really do target each other here. So if I know Jones loves something, I'll tell him he has to say he hates it.
Yes.
And it's rough. I think last week I failed my first one.
You did.
Yeah, what one was it?
Oh,
do you remember what it was?
I told you that you love Human Centipede, the movie.
Yeah,
it's a cinematic
right.
themed
podcast. I
podcast.
couldn't come up with anything there. Yeah. So anyway, Jones, would you like to go first then?
Yeah. Give me my hate.
All right, your hate. Now this is breakfast and food related, right?
Yes.
Breakfast food related. All right. You hate having milk left over, so you have to pour yourself another bowl of cereal.
You son of a bitch. So I do hate this. You know why? I'm trying to fucking lose weight right now, dude. I got this big old thing of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Every piece of that's 96 calories and 47 grams of sugar. Yeah, I know it's delicious, but I pour myself a pretty big bowl because I'm fat. But within that pretty big bowl, I know that I'm getting my 800 to 900 calories and 647 grams of sugar. When I get done with it and it doesn't soak up all that milk and I gotta pour myself another bowl of cereal, my self-control, which I have none of, cannot kick in and tell me not to pour some more cereal in there. And there's some cereals that the milk just doesn't taste good with after. Not Cinnamon Toast Crunch. But there's some cereals out there that milk tastes gross. So why would I waste, as a good American, why would I waste milk? So I do some more cereal, but then I gain about 4 to 5 more pounds.
You said I have this big old thing. I thought you were going to talk about your gut.
Not just my dick.
Yeah.
It's not big. Anyways.
Yeah, I'm not into microbiology. All right, so that was your hate. I'll do my hate then.
All right. You hate eating dry cereal as a snack.
Oh, yeah, no, I hate it. 100%. This is easy.
And go.
Okay. Cereal is meant to be eaten with milk. With cold milk, not room temperature milk. Cold milk. Yeah, shut your mouth. Oh my god. Shut up. Okay. Cold cereal that is meant to be eaten cold, not hot cereal. Cold cereal is made to be eaten with milk. Now, part of the reason is because cereal by itself is really hard. It's designed to soak up a little bit of milk and get a little bit soft so you can eat it and not worry about breaking a tooth. Right. You take that out of the equation, you're left with cereal that just doesn't quite taste right. Mm-hmm. Right? Like the milk adds a certain flavor. If you eat it without the milk, one, it's too crunchy, right? You don't have the flavor of the milk, and I'm worried about breaking off a tooth, honestly. Especially if I'm eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Captain Crunch or whatever you like, shredded mini wheats. It's like chewing on tree bark and sawdust. Yeah.
I love me some hard, so just go out there and handful of that shit.
I actually have never done that. I really don't like eating cereal without milk.
Well, it's okay to have bad opinions.
That's
Anyways,
that's my hot take.
What's my love?
Okay, your love. This happened to me like a week before I left for this course. You love pouring your cereal and then realizing you don't have any more milk.
Oh, no. I actually do like this. For the reasons that he just discussed, O'Leary.
What a cop out!
Just discussed that he doesn't like or he don't like the American way of eating cereal, which is by the handful. If I just got a little bit of cereal in there, that's cool. I can chomp those bitches while I'm watching a movie. I can pour it in a bag so later I can just eat them on the road, at the drive-in in the movies, all kinds of stuff. I don't mind it, honestly. There's milk to me makes cereal from a meal to a snack. So if it has milk in it, it is now a meal. If it does not have milk in it, it is now a snack. And I think
that's one of the most profound things you've ever said.
I mean, it's correct.
Yeah, I agree with
give
you
me some Apple Jacks. No milk in there. Congratulations. I don't have to eat a whole bowl of cereal. I just have to do a little bag of Apple Jacks as a snack.
They become Apple snacks.
They become Apple snacks instead of Apple Jacks. You can't do that with hot cereal because it's not a fucking thing.
Shut up.
You're not scooping out fucking oatmeal and eating that bitch dry.
Suddenly I'm craving chocolate malto meal, dude.
I do like me some malto meal.
Oh my god, I love chocolate malto meal.
That is a cereal.
Now here's the thing though. When you make chocolate malto meal, you have to add a little salt to increase the chocolate flavor, but then you have to add several teaspoons of sugar to make that flavor sweet. And then you add your goddamn milk to get the consistency and texture right.
I mean, you're not wrong, but that doesn't make it cereal.
Is this the hill you're gonna die on this week?
Yes.
Is this?
That's why I said for the debate topic later, it was like, I'll debate you on if hot cereal is a thing or not.
Oh my god, that's great.
You're on your love.
I need my
right?
love. I need my love. Let's get it.
So, wait, no. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You absolutely love stale cereal.
You fucker.
And go.
Okay. Stale cereal is good for a couple of reasons. One, add it to milk and let it sit for a while. It's not stale anymore. Right? And I've had family members who do this. If they have multiple boxes of cereal that all get down to like their last sixth of a box, throw that all into one giant communal box and you got mystery cereal.
Like it's like a chili of cereal.
Exactly. It's actually not bad, right? As long as you don't add anything fruity to wheat-based stuff. But anyway, that's beside the point. Stale cereal isn't that bad because, like I said, I'm not eating it plain, right? So add my milk, close my eyes, plug my nose, and it's just like eating regular cereal, right? For the most part. There are a few exceptions, but I really don't mind it. It's not that bad. And I need to talk for another 5 seconds. It's really not that bad. Stale is as stale does. It's like just really like Jones' opinion.
It's really not that bad. Stale as it still does. I like the end of your argument there.
Yeah.
That's the fun part about the game is you're reaching for those last 10 to 15 seconds.
Oh my god, yeah. Grasping for straws.
Usually your opinion starts out pretty decent. Even if you're bullshitting, usually the first 30 seconds are pretty good, and those last 30 seconds,
it's hard.
It's all bullshit, dude. It gets hard.
Yeah.
You're stating stuff.
It's hilarious.
But
yeah, this game we are finalizing. We're in the process of finalizing what our 108 or so cards are actually going to say. The art style is pretty well nailed down.
Mm-hmm. Unless you guys have a cool art style for it. I mean, I'm doing this shit on Microsoft Paint 3D, and I'm not artistic. So I'm just saying.
So yeah, we're hoping to launch this on Kickstarter pretty soon.
Yep, we need those, and then what we'll do is O'Leary and we'll get packs for each other. I'll get packs for us, and then we'll use it with our families and friends.
Yeah, and we'll start playing the game literally live on air rather than coming up with and
then maybe some of our listeners who have been here a while, maybe like Echo or Jones and Pounders, maybe we'll toss them a deck
Yeah,
cards to play with their families and get their feedback.
We'll send you some. Get some legit feedback here.
But
it's like beta testing a video game, but it's IRL.
Exactly, and everyone has good ideas. We're not the fucking best good idea fairies there are. So, but a segment that won't be in those, it's just going to be the love and the hate. We also during this segment do a would you rather?
Would you rather? Yeah.
And mine for you.
That's something we just kind of tacked on the end as a space filler, just because it's fun.
And mine for you is, would you rather marry someone who pours milk in the bowl before the cereal and is beautiful, just drop dead gorgeous, or marry someone who pours cereal first and decent looking, like they're pretty good looking, they're solid 4 or 5. So still, we're so proud. Both of us are still probably punching up at that point.
Right, 100%. If she's a 5 or above, she's already out of our league.
I need a 2 or 3. But so yeah, someone that's drop dead gorgeous, maybe the perfect wife. But she pours milk in first.
She pours her cereal backwards.
Or someone who's pretty good. Maybe not the perfect wife, but pretty great. But does cereal first.
I think I would have to go with the really pretty wife, and here's why. I can overlook the cereal thing. If I can dissociate well enough that I can pretend it's not happening. Yeah. If I'm just not in the room when she preps her cereal, then I'm none the wiser, right?
That's true.
So
but think about the type of person that does that.
But like you said, if she's already she could be my perfect wife. That's not the hill I'm willing to die on as far as relationships is concerned.
Oh, I fucked that one up.
Just as long as she lets me teach the kids the right way to pour cereal, and we're good.
No, it's a non-negotiable for her. So your kids are gonna wake up psychopaths, or grow up psychopaths,
or they're just gonna eat hot cereal. Hot cereal,
not a fucking thing. So they're gonna have 2 wrong opinions.
Oh my god! 2 wrongs do make a right in some cases.
No, not usually.
In this case, yeah.
So
God.
A little tangent before we get into my don't get me started. When I first got to flight in Minot, the first question they would ask you is that they would be like, "Do you pour your
favorite breakfast cereal?"
No, yeah. Well, our flight was milk or cereal first. And then everyone there would judge you upon your answer of milk or cereal, and they would tell you that you're a psychopath. You do need to
specify, though. This is part of our morning. For security forces, we have a formation that we go in every morning. It's called guard mount. In that formation, we take roll call. We give pass-ons. Sometimes we do open ranks inspections, which is like a uniform and gear inspection, right? Mm-hmm. And it's during that formation, we are literally standing in files and ranks, right? Whole 9 yards. The brand new people will be called up to the front.
Yes.
To introduce themselves, and then the flight can ask them questions, and the flight always asks the stupidest off-the-wall questions.
And it's always like some disgruntled senior airman that you find out later is a huge piece of shit. But everyone loves them. And they always ask you, it's the dumbest fucking question of all time.
Yep.
But that one stuck with me throughout my whole career, and I've asked that question to, I would say, every troop I've ever had. And I would also be that guy later in my career to ask that question to the new kids, because I find it hilarious, and I think you can find a lot about a person who does that first.
So my flight never asked that question specifically. We would always get asked what our favorite breakfast cereal is, and then one of my favorite questions. This was asked a bunch in Korea by a guy named David Buzzard, senior airman type, hilarious dude. Buzzard, if you ever stumble across this, miss you. But anyway, his question, and this got us banned from asking questions for a while because he happened to ask this when our LT was in there.
Nice. His
question was Tarzan a virgin before he met Jane, or was he clapping gorilla cheeks?
That restores faith in humanity for me. I'm just put it there.
It's a good question because they never talk about it in the movie. Of course they don't.
No. And how's he going in there giving the good wood if he's never had experience?
Yeah.
Jane wouldn't be addicted to it if he was bad at sex. And the only way he's good at sex is he's clapping grilled cheeks.
Practice.
Makes perfect. All right. What's my would you rather?
All right. Would you rather never eat any bacon product ever again or only be able to eat vegan bacon?
That's a really fucking hard one, dude. That's fucked up. That's so fucked up. No bacon product ever again.
No stripped bacon, no crispy bacon, no bacon bits. No, yeah. Or you eat vegan bacon.
Which isn't really a thing. So I'm going to explain this in a kind of a roundabout way.
Jones is grasping for loopholes here.
Oh, no, I'm not grasping for a loophole. I'm going to explain why vegan everything is fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
So
it's just a bunch of chemicals designed to mimic the natural flavor of meat.
Exactly.
It's super unhealthy for you.
So when I was growing up, my grandfather, his house smelled like bacon. My grandpa, my dad's dad, called him Papa. Old Jack Jones.
Papa Jones.
Old Jack Jones the third, I think.
Hell yeah.
Maybe the second. Either way. So he always had bacon in everything. Bacon in your macaroni and cheese, bacon in your ham, bacon in your bacon. Like just
cooked with bacon grease.
Fucking everything in bacon grease. So I grew up loving me some bacon. When he passed away, his wife belonged to a church, I think the Latter-day Saints.
He's a Mormon, huh?
He was not. No. He was
but his wife was.
His wife his last wife
Gotcha.
was. Also, I didn't know that was Mormons. But
the LDSs and Mormons are basically the same thing.
Interesting. But we went to the funeral and they were gracious to provide all the food for his funeral. The most disrespectful thing I've seen in my entire life. This man ate everything that was ham product. He's the one that taught me the famous Jones ham, right?
Oh, the Pepsi and the pineapple ham?
He was the creator of the Jones ham.
That was him?
That was my Papa Jack, yeah.
My respect to this man.
That's what I'm saying. Fucking rest in peace. But they gave us a vegan meatloaf. Or vegetarian meatloaf or some shit like that. Some bullshit. And it was myself, I think my aunt, my non-biological, but my mom. A couple other people sitting at a table, and I remember I didn't know at the time. I remember taking a bite of the meatloaf.
Wait, was this at Grandpa's funeral?
This was at his So this is, I guess, after the fact. They did like is that a wake? What's the one you go eat and have fun afterwards?
Yeah, the wake,
whatever that is. So we were there, and I took a bite of it. Oh man, this meatloaf tastes really fucking gross. And my dad or my aunt looked at me and they said, "Well, that's because it has no meat in it." And I was like,
so it's a loaf of what exactly?
Exactly. And at a young age, I think I was 13, at a very young age of my life, that's where I found out that anything vegan or anything vegetarian is bullshit. And it was, to me, disrespectful to my grandfather, whose house smelled like bacon because he made it so much. So I would rather not eat anything vegan for the rest of my life than bacon products. Mostly because I can make that ham every day, and that's cool with me. So that does not exclude ham, but does exclude
I said bacon. I said
all
bacon.
The gross shit
I did specify.
Time. So
I didn't say anything pig related.
No.
I just said bacon specifically.
And
so you would rather... Hey, I'll drink to Grandpa Jack, who came up with the greatest ham recipe ever.
He did, and his house smelled like bacon all the time.
Yeah,
I'd pour it out, but that would be on my carpet, and I can't be doing that. He would understand. But yeah, that was
all right.
That was Don't Get Me Started.
Don't Get Me Started.
I think what we have next, which you kind of alluded to in the last conversation, was our debate this. You mind if I take the explanation on this one this time?
Go for it.
Usually O'Leary explains everything.
While you're doing that, I'm going to grab another beer.
But I kind of baited him into getting more alcohols for this. You laugh, you lose, because I may not look like the smartest. I got my camo Michigan hat. You know what I'm saying? But, don't get me. Debate this is something that we've done since we were in the dorms. Basically, since we knew each other.
I'd say before that, we did this shit in tech school.
Yes. So we would have, I would say, intelligible conversations. Generally, this was about political views or religious views or something more serious.
Social, anything.
We decided that this podcast was for fun, so we're not delving into political topics and stuff yet. In our Devil's Advocate, which we're still trying to figure out how we're going to do and at what frequency we'll do. That'll be what we'll do. We'll pick a topic where we both agree on, and one of us will explain the opposite side of what we agree on, and it'll be a coin flip. So you'll never know what our political views or anything like that are. Debate this is something
if we do it right.
If we do it right, which may be hard.
Yeah.
But I am a phenomenal Devil's Advocate. I am great at that. We'll see if O'Leary is as great. But the debate this is a more fun topic. We've done mostly food because that's what we disagree on the most. Food and
funny
alcohol
enough,
and everything. And this week we're gonna debate a breakfast item or breakfast items
in keeping with the theme of the week:
sausage or bacon. So we'll give each other a couple minutes for opening statement. Each person will do opening statement, and then we'll go into a debate, like literally every debate of all time goes. And then after that, we'll do a closing statement, sometimes two.
I did 2 closing statements one time. Okay, get off me.
I'm just saying. I did too. But what we like to do to go into a closing statement at the end. So I'll let you go first, actually.
All right. So I am arguing on behalf of the sausage. And I think sausage is the superior breakfast item for a couple reasons. 1, national and international popularity. 2, versatility. And 3, I think it's harder to screw up, right? So for bacon, for a lot of people, they fall under crispy or not crispy bacon, right? You don't. So even within the bacon community that Jones is going to argue for, even within them, there is a schism, as it were, between people who like it crispy, like Jones, and people who like it not crispy, like me, right? So
raw.
The reason I prefer sausage is that no matter in which way I have it, either if it's a sausage link, if it's a sausage patty, if it's ground sausage, if it's Graziano spicy Italian sausage, doesn't matter. It's still really good. I don't have to worry about it getting overcooked and then becoming too crispy, in which case suddenly I don't like it. Don't get me wrong. I love bacon. I absolutely love bacon, especially when it's chewy. I think that'd be the appropriate word for it. I don't want to say soft because that's just kind of weird.
You like your soft meat?
Yeah, I don't like soft meat.
I like the hard meat.
Shut up. Yeah, Jones loves that hard meat in his mouth. Yeah, so that's why that's how I'm going to begin my argument for sausage.
Okay. I'll agree with you on concepts. A couple of things you said, right? 1, I do like me some sausage. In the perfect meal, you would have sausage and bacon, eggs, maybe some toast,
spam.
No, but you would have sausage and bacon. But I will say, there's nothing like getting some sausage with some bacon with your eggs.
No, you had it right the first time.
No,
you had it right the first time.
So you cook your bacon.
You're even subconsciously arguing for sausage, man.
No, I'm just. Anyways, so this is my opening statement. All right, fuck off. Can't argue in my opening statement. So you get your bacon. Not only is the bacon delicious and perfect, and it's a universal delicious thing. So, like you said before, You got people that like it a little bit raw. You like people who like it really crispy. You like it people who like it in between. With sausage, it kind of only can be made one way, flavor wise and how it's cooked. But bacon has a multitude of ways that you can cook it. Now,
such as,
well, from the lightly crisp to the medium to the actual crisp to the somewhat raw, like you like it.
Somewhat raw.
But
I'm not going up and biting the pig.
One of the best things you can do with bacon comes from the byproduct of it, which is this grease. So you cook your bacon, and then you grab your eggs, literally anything else you want to cook. You can even cook your sausage in bacon grease, and it's only going to enhance the flavor. There's never been a time in the history of cooking that bacon grease made something taste worse. So you cook your eggs in there, you cook anything you want in there, and it's going to enhance the flavor. And then you're going to have a bacon flavored what you're eating on top of bacon. And then you got the smell. When you walk in, just like I spoke about my grandfather's house.
You know how much I put stock in how things smell.
The smell of bacon is so perfect and has such a statement when you walk into a house that you automatically go, you know what? That's a fucking man. I bet that man chops wood.
It's right up there with the smell of like maple.
Yeah.
Like maple syrup.
If you had maple, well, and there you go. You got fucking cherry smoked bacon, maple bacon, all kinds of these different flavors. And every single one of them are good. I've never actually in my entire life had a piece of real bacon, not that vegan bullshit or that vegetarian shit, of real bacon that was gross. And I'll end my opening statement there.
All right. I'm going to continue on with the sausage being superior. I mentioned one of my main points was going to be, did I say versatility or was it options? Something like that. I can't remember.
But I don't know the specific words.
So, all right. So I'll get into this. Sausage in and of itself is a very versatile breakfast meat in that you can put it in so many different things. And it works better than bacon. So, for example, everyone knows you got your sausage links and you got your sausage patties, right? Them by themselves are fantastic. But you can put sausage in breakfast tacos, right? You can put sausage in breakfast burritos. And also, not to mention, there's a whole bunch of different types of sausage. There's beef sausage, pork sausage, deer sausage, which is fantastic. Basically, any animal you can turn into a type of sausage. Not to mention the Italian styles. Graziano's, that's a brand. Spicy Italian sausage, which then opens you into the realm of almost any Italian dish ever that has...
For breakfast?
Sausage. What does the debate this say?
What is our theme this month?
Sausage or bacon? It does not say breakfast sausage or breakfast bacon. Okay, so you're saying that you can't argue for bacon on burgers?
No, I just didn't want to do that to you.
Oh, you think you're doing something to me here.
I just didn't want to.
Let's open up this can of worms. Okay. Let's do it.
All right. You keep going. I'll interject here in a little bit.
The fact that sausage has found its way into so many dishes speaks to its versatility, right? And my train of thought just derailed.
So while your train of thought just derailed, we all know I don't like stats, but this isn't necessarily a statistic. It's just a fact.
Okay.
What is Wendy's best thing they have?
Their cheeseburger.
Their Baconator, right?
Baconator isn't even a Wendy's thing. That's a Burger King thing.
No, it's definitely a Wendy's thing. The Wendy's Baconator in the first 8 weeks sold 25 million Baconators. You know why? They didn't sell.
It's just a bacon burger.
They didn't sell 25 million cheeseburgers. They didn't sell 25 million hamburgers. They didn't sell 25 million fries. Well, they might have with the Baconator. But they sold 25 million Baconators. And you know why? Bacon. That's the whole reason. You go to a restaurant,
Okay.
right? You get a Humpty Dumpty burger. Humpty Dumpty burger has bacon on it. Fucking makes it delicious. You go to get just a regular bacon cheeseburger. Bacon cheeseburger is tenfold better than regular cheeseburger because of the bacon.
I mean, that's fine. That's all
no
well
sausage
good.
burger.
Okay. No. Hold on. What's a McGriddle? What is the basis of a breakfast sandwich?
So there are two types of breakfast sandwich.
It is a muffin, egg, and sausage.
Well, and cheese.
Not bacon.
But
you can add bacon.
That's not true.
The basis of a breakfast sandwich is a muffin or a croissant or a biscuit or whatever you choose to do. Then you add cheese, an egg, and a sausage patty.
That is not.
You take away sausage, you eliminated an entire breakfast food group from the national.
That is not true at all, because there are two options when you get. Actually, there's three. One of them just completely wrong, and that's the no meat option.
Oh,
we can all agree on that. Yeah. The fucking eggs and cheese.
That's not a. Yeah, that's not a sandwich.
That's not a sandwich. But you can get it either bacon style. I say it first for a reason because it's better. Or you can get it sausage style. Or you can get it if you're a fucking man with both of them. Or a true-blooded American with both of them. But bacon,
all right. I need to pull out my big guns here.
Bacon not only can be made in a meal, it can be used as a substitute to put into things. So if you just grab a regular piece of bacon, make a little bit crispy, crunch that bitch up, you toss it in your omelet, you got little bacon bits in your omelet now. So fucking good. You crunch that bitch up.
You can do the same thing with sausage.
You toss that shit into a chicken Alfredo with bacon in it. It only makes it better. And we all know
Graziano's does the same thing. And
no, because
sausage
the
is
flavors. Well, I'm not going to debate you on that fact
cheaper.
because we live in communist America nowadays. I mean, United States of America. I mean the not so United States of America.
The United States. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, but I will.
Jones,
I will agree with you on that
I need to throw something out here.
Okay.
I did mention that my third point was going to be popularity, right? National popularity. Okay. I know you love statistics, right? But this was a 2016 Harris poll conducted on in conjunction with the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council. This was a national poll.
Yeah, that sounds
right.
Made up.
So they went to all 50 states. I Googled bacon versus sausage popularity. This is the first thing that came up.
Yeah, because they're paying money into it. It's like if you go to milk statistics and you're like, how much milk sells, and it's from the Milk Association. You're like, oh, these stats these stats are right for sure.
Anyway, this 2016 poll found that a majority of the respondents, and a majority meaning 89% of the respondents, favored sausage to bacon for breakfast.
So I'll say, I
just saying,
there is a reason.
National poll, a national poll of all 50 states.
Okay.
From a national organization.
Were most of them based in Los Angeles, California?
Even then, that would lend credence to the fact.
No, it wouldn't. That place is a hellhole.
Where are you living again?
Oh, south of that, in a way better place.
Same state, though.
Way better. Sadly.
Anyway, but this national poll found that 89% of the people who responded to the poll favored sausage to bacon. So, even from a pure numbers standpoint, taking all the emotion out of it and all the familial history with Grandpa Jack and house smelling like bacon, America agrees that sausage is better. They prefer it with their breakfast.
Okay. Now, I will counter that argument by saying there's another stat out there.
Oh, really?
Yes. And this isn't just the preference or anything like that. This is the percentage of Americans that will support bacon as our national food. Because what's more American than a piece of fucking bacon? I tell you what, you get a Bush latte and a piece of bacon, that's the most American thing you could possibly fucking do. 65% of all Americans in the United States, all of them. Well, not technically all of them because no stats like that. That's why I hate stats.
65% of respondents.
We'll support it as our national food. So we can tell the rest of the world, oh, you eat crepes. Oh, you eat rice. Oh, your national food is blank. No, our national food's bacon. Right next to our national drink, which is probably beer.
Yeah. But of your 65%, another 80 of them would turn around and prefer sausage in their breakfast rather than
not
bacon,
as their national, not as a statement.
Kind of hilarious.
Not as a political statement to the world, though, making it the
and Jones,
superior.
you love politics and political statements, and you're going to use that as the crux of your argument here. I also want to make another point on behalf of sausage.
Okay.
Sausage is healthier. A serving of sausage links contains the most protein of the two. Now, bacon is the lower calorie, lower fat option of the two,
which is kind of crazy because I mean most of it cooks out when you cook it.
Well, yeah, it's mostly fat. But yeah, technically, sausage. If you are a person who's trying to build muscle, sausage would be a smarter choice for you.
You're gonna talk to me about building muscle
because it has more protein in it per ounce than bacon.
Okay. Yeah. I think you failed to mention that 25 grams of protein can only be processed by your body at one time. So if you have your bodybuilding meal of 6 eggs, which those are about 6 grams, or no, probably about 5 grams a piece. That's 30, so you're not getting that in there. Or let's say you're just doing a 2,000 calorie diet, 2 grams or two large eggs, which is about 7 grams of protein a piece. Your pieces of bacon, which did you see I didn't look at the protein on those. What's the average protein on a sausage? Anyways, if you're trying to build muscle, you're gonna be over a 2,000 calorie diet. So having that.
Oh, I gotta subscribe to this website. That's stupid.
That is fucking stupid. That's another hot take, but maybe not so hot. But
right.
If you're trying to build muscle, you're putting bacon in everything. Because it's got that low. If you're on a keto diet, it's good for you. If you're on a non-keto diet, it's good for you. It's got less fat content, and that fat content doesn't come from trans fats like a lot of sausage do. Because sausage isn't just meat either. Sausage is meat in some fucking binder. Usually.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. It's not just meat. It's in an encasing.
Yes, it is. I've made sausage.
It's in an encasing of some bullshit.
No. It's ground, whatever animal it is.
Yeah. So why does it have carbs?
So ground.
So when I get my sausage from the store and I use it for whatever I want to use it for, why do I have carbs in that and I do not have carbs in bacon? Unless it's sugar-coated bacon, just like sausage does as well.
The carbs are cooked off in the cooking process? I don't know.
No.
I don't know. But sausage
has 2 carbs per
ground meat stuffed in a casing. That's it.
No, it's not.
I've made sausage before. That's exactly what
I've made sausage before too.
Especially with deer sausage. Deer sausage is literally ground up venison.
Deer sausage
and it's delicious.
It's a different animal, literally and figuratively.
But it's sausage.
Yes. Now I will concede to the
sausage.
point. I will concede to the point that sausage can be made out of more animals. Bacon is a pork. If you try to make bacon from anything else, 1, you're wrong. 2, it's not going to work that well. But
bacon's go suck a dick.
Pork's still hell yeah. That's what we can agree on here. Here's another one. Percentage of restaurants that have bacon on the menu. 62% of all respondents, which may be anywhere in the United States. We all know how like statistics. Have 62% of them have bacon on their menu. You know why they have bacon on their menu? Because that includes burger places. That includes fine dining restaurants. That includes breakfast places. That includes fast food places. So there's more versatility in the foods that you can incorporate bacon into than you can with the sausage.
Well, if you're arguing purely based on number of restaurants that have bacon, those same exact restaurants would also have sausage.
Not necessarily true.
Every fast food place has a breakfast sandwich option that has sausage in it.
Okay, that's
every breakfast place has sausage in it. every fine dining okay. Unless you're like a Chinese place where they don't have sausage. I don't know. Every Italian place is going to have sausage.
Okay. More restaurants and I'm going to say a stat that I do not necessarily like. Sausage was made in China in 1500 BC. I just learned that a second ago.
Courtesy of the Google.
Yes, courtesy of the Googles. But when was sausage made in history? Because BC's before Christ.
Didn't you just say that's when sausage was?
No, that's bacon. Bacon was made BC.
Oh.
So bacon's been a favorite and for around for a ridiculously long time, honestly. It predated Jesus. That's how long bacon's been around. Jesus came to Earth and he went, ooh, bacon. You know? He didn't go, yeah, ooh, sausage. You know?
Well, okay. How many cultures don't eat bacon for religious reasons?
Well, they're not going to eat sausage either because it's pork based, generally speaking.
But if it's kosher, then it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking, that's the Jewish, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I think so. Yeah.
So I mean, you're talking about one religious sect,
but there's the Hindus and Buddhists don't eat it either.
Yeah, there's more than, I mean, I don't think some of them don't eat cows either, though.
Yeah, it's Hindu. Okay, so maybe not.
I don't want to get into super religion because I don't know everything about that, but I know there is multiple religions that don't eat pigs, as they find them sacred. Same with cows.
Or no. The cows are sacred. The pigs are unclean.
Ah, that makes sense.
That's what
I mean. They are technically unclean. Yeah, because you ever been in a pig pen?
I feel like there was one more thing that I wanted to. Oh yeah. Okay, so all of your restaurants that have bacon on the menu. This will be my closing argument. Okay. Back to the cost thing.
Okay.
Sausage is your working man's meat because it's cheaper, more readily available. Now, of all those restaurants that you stated had bacon on the menu, I would love to know how many of them upcharge for the addition of bacon to those menu items.
If it's not already built into the sandwich,
a bacon burger just automatically costs more than a regular cheeseburger. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're adding more food onto an item. That's like saying a hamburger costs a little bit more than a cheeseburger. Fucking duh. It's got more food on it. And then yes it does. And then
a hamburger and a cheeseburger, you're arguing over a slice of cheese.
At least 50% more, 50 cents more every time. If you're getting a hamburger, like, so you have bread. I'm gonna do this in the way I know how, the dumb way.
Break this down Arby style.
Yeah. You got the bread. You got a bun, right? You put one piece of meat on bun.
Okay.
You maybe put ketchup on there. Maybe a little bit of mustard. Bun. Right?
Speaking of which, when you add mayo, you know what that's called?
Bud Light.
They call it a jizz of mayo.
Oh yeah, which is also,
it's a dollop of whipped cream with a jizz of mayo.
I have to get in this Bud Light thing after this debate. We'll do it afterward though, because I think it's hilarious. So you're putting 3 items, three maybe 4 if you include ketchup and mustard. Those 4 items cost X money, right? For the person to put it on.
Okay. Jones is doing math, people.
If you put cheese on there, now you add one more thing that costs the business X money. Bam. Now you put bacon on there. That costs the business more of X money. You put on there.
So way more.
They're gonna upcharge.
It's not a negligible amount. It's a significant amount. That's what I'm saying.
They're gonna upcharge that burger maybe $1 because they want to make a profit on their business, which is not wrong. Maybe some restaurants do a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? But arguing on the fact that it's more expensive to put something more on a burger is fucking crazy. Because like people have olive burgers, which are gross.
A what?
Yeah, olive burger. People do that, dude.
That's a thing.
Or mushroom Swiss
Ew.
burgers, which are actually kind of good. But if you're putting another item on a burger, it's gonna cost more. That's just basic economics. Wow.
Unless it's a breakfast sandwich in which
never
the
thought
sausage comes standard.
Or a bacon breakfast sandwich, which the bacon comes standard. Generally,
and cost more.
I would have to look at a menu, but
yeah, I would encourage you to do that, Jones.
Okay.
Look at the menu and see which of those two items is
Are
significantly more expensive.
You still going with your closing statement?
That was my closing statement.
Okay. I'll offer
and I think you just had yours, didn't you? Wasn't that it?
There was an argument to it. I'll offer you this. We both know that both of them are good. When it comes to versatility, as we did maybe our first podcast, I don't remember, first or second podcast.
Most versatile food
with corn and potatoes.
Oh, that was great.
That was a great one. I destroyed you on that one.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did. You wanted corn after.
You brought in ethanol into the equation. I was just talking about food.
Versatility. How more versatile is it to fucking
that's not even food. That's
transport
gas.
You, which is made from corn. So
yeah,
anyways,
we were talking about more versatile food item. Shut up, Pounders. No one cares about your opinion.
Anyways, bacon is better, as the chat is saying. It can be put on so many things. In my opinion, it's more delicious.
I'm kidding, Pounders. I love you.
It's more delicious. And the byproduct of it being the bacon grease is used to cook things, which makes them way more delicious than if they were not to have bacon grease on them. So in my opinion, including the smell of bacon is way better than the smell of sausage, which really doesn't have a smell for the most part. Some of that shit can taste, they can smell real bad.
But you can't burn sausage like you can burn bacon.
Hell yeah, you can. There's
bacon has a Goldilocks zone. It's a very fine Goldilocks zone that's hard to get to.
Oh, you want to talk
sausage,
about that?
You just cook to a doneness.
Yeah, until the casing of the sausage is crispy and gross, and you have the inside. Or you undercook a sausage, and you can fucking die from it. Well, it's pork, so you can die from any of that. But the main reasons I stated, the popularity of it in restaurants on menus is more than
Attaboy, Echo, my man.
Sausage gang.
Yeah.
Also, party. Bacon isn't an innuendo for dick, so I think I just win there.
Wow.
Got him. Now, before I get into my Bud Light thing, because I think this whole situation's hilarious, I have to go make some Bud Light. If you want to give them a talk about what we're gonna do next on the You Laugh You Lose.
Yeah. Okay. So, with the You Laugh You Lose, this was also one of our original topic concepts, where basically what we do is we submit a series of videos that we find hilarious, particularly hilarious, and we upload them and we watch them together with the purpose of making each other laugh, obviously. What we wanted to do originally was we wanted there to be a punishment involved, and I think the very first one that we did was me taking the one chip challenge, something like that. And then one of the punishments was, I think our Thanksgiving special, I did the whole thing with my shirt off, which was embarrassing as hell. And then one episode, Jones had to shave half of his mustache or half of his beard. And what I thought he was going to do was shave it half, vertically. But instead, he went from his upper lip and shaved down and just gave himself this super redneck looking. And that was arguably one of our funnier podcast moments.
I agree.
But what we settled on was the loser gets sent a sign, like a small tin or metal sign of the embarrassing variety, to be displayed on the wall behind them. Unfortunately, since I am currently in a hotel for the next month, I won't be able to display any of my signs. But Jones has a few of his behind him. Jones, do you want to grab one of them?
We got Straight Out of the Closet, which I find fucking hilarious, because I am in my closet.
You are literally in a closet.
We got another one. It's all shits and giggles, and so someone giggles and shits. Equally hilarious. And then we have a yaoi, which I found out is
Is that
gay
what that's
anime
called?
porn, basically. Right there.
Two naked guys in a locker room, right?
Which is also hilarious.
Yeah.
And then you have one that
you gave me a couple really funny ones.
I find awesome.
The first one you gave me said, if this place was if assholes could fly, this place would be an airport.
Yes.
Which is great. And then you gave me one with a naked anime chick sitting in a bowl of ramen, and the title says "Send Nudes," spelled Noods.
Which I love that sign, actually. I wish
that was hilarious.
I love
it. Then you gave me one that wasn't necessarily funny. It was just really nice. It says doesn't play well with liberals. Very apropos.
Yes.
I found a sign that I'm going to buy for you. Regardless of whether or not you end up losing one of these, it's a great sign. I found it at the Fudge Factory. I need to go back there this next week sometime and pick it up for you.
Don't tell the viewers, because then it'll ruin the.
I'm not going to say what it is.
The surprise.
But
I owe you one as well,
enough.
but that's going to be back when you get home. Because
now this sign I did find. I thought it was hilarious. I'm not going to give to you, but I just wanted to show you.
I don't see it.
Son of a bitch. Hold on. Wait, hold on. I need to block off some of this light. Too much light coming off of this. Oh, God. What are we doing? No?
Not
working. All right. Basically, it's a guy holding a giant fish, and it goes, mine's so big I have to use 2 hands.
You should give me that. It'd be good, because I gave you the liberals one, so you can give me a good one, too. We have 2 good ones, then.
Yeah, or I'll buy you this T-shirt from the Uranus Pickers for their Reach Around America tour. Funny.
That's hilarious.
It's so funny.
Oh
my God.
Now, I gotta bring up Jones's videos here in a second, because he did submit some.
Oh yeah. So we got.
Before we go into that.
So, yeah, Jones, while you're pulling those up, I do want to say that we really enjoy it when our viewers and or our listeners submit things to us, or our friends. Yep. Mostly our friends. What was I going to say?
Submit things to us.
Yes. So you can submit things to us. It can either be these videos that we watch for You Laugh, You Lose. It can be Don't Get Me Started topics. It could be debate topics.
Mm-hmm.
It could be topics you want to see us do top 5 of. It can be what's our hot take. It could be literally anything. Mm-hmm. Quite literally anything. You could submit a hero of the week. You could even
submit a category for the week of the podcast.
Yeah.
So like this week was breakfast.
That would make
we've done road trips now. We've done cinema. We've done a bunch of them. But that would be great for us, because then we can. Or you can do that and submit topics.
Yeah, the more the merrier.
We'll shout you out.
There's a couple ways you can do this. You can comment on our YouTube videos. This will become a YouTube video that we'll upload tomorrow, sometime this week. You can comment on the YouTube video, or you can send the suggestions directly to us via email. Our email is DoubleFeedPodcast. That's all one word, no caps, no spaces, no squigglies. And that is at gmail.com.
Yes.
So DoubleFeedPodcast@gmail.com. Or you can comment on our Facebook videos, or you can come tune into us while we're live here on Twitch. And we have the chat pulled up. We're watching you guys live, essentially, as we're talking through this. So we do really appreciate that. Is there a Discord to submit memes and videos to? There is not a Discord server per se. We haven't gotten that far. Currently, we are just doing emails.
Yeah, well,
echo that. Currently, that's the best way to do it for us.
Once we do a little bit better, it's a lot of work. I'm just gonna put it out. Once we get someone in here to help us out, maybe or do something, maybe we'll do a Discord. But having all the different platforms and the YouTube and everything's a decent amount of work. So, controlling a Discord server at the same time, for me personally, is a lot, going through school and everything too. So maybe in the future we will, but I'm not very good at it, to be honest with you.
But yeah, so currently when it comes to video submissions, the email works best. Again, that's doublefeedpodcast@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
And I suppose we could just roll right into, for those of us who are listening via some of the podcasts.
Prior to that, I want to go over the Bud Light thing real quick.
Oh, yeah.
And not the politics behind it. I don't give a fuck about the politics behind it. If you don't know, I guess they put a trans individual on the can of
Bud Light. Decided to make a tranny guy their spokesperson. Not spokesperson, but they made a deal. Yeah.
But I don't give a shit about any of that, honestly. That to me, don't care about. What they did though was they went away from their primary group and alienated their primary group of piss drinkers, because Bud Light is piss. It's piss water. So they just have like 25 dudes in there just guzzling gallons of water and pissing in the cans, and that's what you get for your Bud Light. But if you haven't seen my rant about Bud Light, was that last week or 2 weeks ago?
Don't remember.
Oh, so I went on a very long rant before all of this happened about what I think about Bud Light, taste wise and everything. I'm happy to see that as a business, their decisions of alienating their main
primary customer base.
Yep. And their marketing strategies, which like I said, I don't give a fuck what you are or who you are. I'm in the camp of do what you want, just don't put it on me.
Well, this was their attempt to put it on you, so you're kind of out of that. But you gotta get off the fence there.
Their current strategies are in line with the way their beer tastes, which is piss poor. So that just makes me happy. That's all I'm saying. Dylan Mullaney, probably maybe a decent person. I have no idea. You could put Elmer Fudd in the can. I could give a shit less. But I do enjoy.
Did you hear what happened to their
sales?
Yeah. Their sales within the first week dropped 80%. That translated to like $6 billion in losses.
Yeah.
In a week.
It took a polarizing figure to get people to realize that their beer tastes like shit. And that makes me happy. So Dylan, thank you. Elmer Fudd would be on brand. You're right. That probably would sell really good. Why I ought to sell you a beer? Oh, that's a good campaign, actually.
That's funny.
And another funny thing to it is a vice president of marketing.
She got the president of, or the
vice president of marketing. Yeah,
she got fired.
Oh, she did.
They fired her ass instantly.
But it was funny when she got promoted up, which, I mean, if you work hard and you get promoted, that's cool. She tried to change the business strategy, which is what it is. They probably could have taken a different Anheuser-Busch product and utilized her ideals a little bit better, maybe.
No, her ideals would not have gone well with any beer drinking red-blooded American.
I think they own Stella Artois.
They own like 7 or 8. Yeah.
So I mean, there's a different product of Anheuser-Busch that might have aligned better, based on community drinking and everything. Also the gay community, they protested it too. There's some crazy stories out about there.
But really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, but my main point of it is be careful who you put in positions, and this is why. It's not the fact that she had these ideals for the trans community and helping them out. It's the fact that she didn't drink beer. So, yeah, she's just avid on not drinking beer. And if you're working for the marketing of a beer company, and you have someone that does not drink the product that you are selling, and this doesn't make
any sense at all.
No. Sometimes the decisions might not be the best ones. Because this person doesn't drink beer. That's like going to a chocolate factory and selling hot dogs. Be like, what? I've sold millions of hot dogs. I don't even like chocolate, but I'll market chocolate for you. Fucking no. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. So like I said, their decision making from the top brass, I want to say that specifically, Not even her. She's just trying to help the community out and push whatever ideals she wants, which you're a person, do what the fuck you want.
Yeah.
But the top brass making the decision to put someone who doesn't drink beer into a marketing campaign for a beer company.
A brewery, literally, yeah.
Is as piss poor as their beer taste.
That's a good segue.
And speaking of that, alrighty. I have a good amount of these. So
well, hey, before we move on, I do want to say thank you for our podcast listeners who are tuning in on our various platforms that we're on. We thank you very much, but this is where we will leave you because watching a You Laugh, You Lose, listening to a You Laugh, You Lose does not make any sense at all. True. So we are going to end the podcast right about here. And then for our viewers on Twitch and on YouTube, we will continue our podcast into our last topic, which is the You Laugh, You Lose challenge. I only have 3 submissions this week because I've been really busy. I haven't had a chance to surf YouTube as much as I normally do. But yeah, apparently Jones has a bunch, and our other buddy Jones apparently submitted a good amount to us, which is great. Because neither of us have seen these. So
no. I actually opened the first one and I laughed at it, and he said, no, these are for the podcast. So
that's right. I remember that. Yeah.
So
all right.
I'm
so again, to our podcast listeners, thank you. We will bid you good night, and we will see y'all next week.
Thanks. Bye. Now for the rest of yous.
For those who remain. Where is my...
All right, I have a bunch of these.
How did I put them?
Okay, they fit. That's what she said.
That's what she said. Where's my baggie of snacks? Hold on a second.
It'd be crazy if his baggie of snacks included bacon. Oh, man. Are there bacon products in there?
No, they are Butterfingers. For some reason, I got on a massive Butterfingers kick, and I cannot stop eating these things.
Butterfingers my least like. So Jones sent us 7 videos. Do you want to start with those, or do you want to end with those?
Let's start with those.
All right. You're looking at the if you lose, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ready?
Is that Questlove?
Kind of. No, you.
Anyways. All right. Anyway.
You're the weirdest turn on.
Pee on me.
Pee on you?
Ew.
Weird.
Oh, you're a freak.
Dude, I have a vibrator in me.
Whoa. Hey. What is your weirdest turn on?
Pee on me.
Isn't that why you
Oh, you're a freak.
Isn't that why you broke up with your fiance?
Whoa.
Yep. That one was targeted. Shit! That was targeted. I forgot we were playing You Laugh for this for a second. Jones, you're a real motherfucker, you know that? Okay.
We're off to a great start, boys.
What's 3 + 2? 5. Perfect. If Johnny has 3 apples and his friend gave him 2 more, how many he got? 50. No, where the fuck you get 50 from? If Johnny has 3 apples and his friend gave him 2 more apples, how many apples does he have altogether?
It's not 50, is it 42?
Where the fuck is 46 from? You not listening to what I'm saying, you not paying attention.
I wonder if this is what my mom felt like trying to homeschool us.
Probably.
God damn, like, it don't take, it's simple. It's simple math.
Okay, son,
You know this.
Listen, son. The answer is 5. So if Johnny got 2 apples and his friend gave him 3 apples, how many apples do he get?
12.
Oh my fucking. Listen, maybe you didn't hear me. I say the answer is 5. So if Johnny got 2 apples and his friend gave him 3 apples, how many apples do he get?
13.
Oh my God, these motherfuckers don't understand.
So, what?
That's rough.
All right.
That's rough. How about you? They're from Baltimore. does that fit so well? That's what she said.
I don't know, but good song actually. Chat, you gotta.
The last time I saw that one,
by the way.
The last time I saw that particular clip, it was the snoring dude. Oh, you know what I mean? All right, what we got here? Paw cleaner.
This paw cleaner is amazing for my dogs. We use this every day to rinse of our dogs' dirty paws before they reach the house. So this is really great solution for your dog.
Yep, nope, that is not what that is.
This paw cleaner is amazing for my dogs.
For their paws, dude.
We use this every day to rinse of our dogs' dirty paws before they reach the house. So this is really great solution for your...
I don't know why it keeps buffering, but yeah, that's for dicks, dude.
That's definitely not what I'd use it for.
Not kids, damn it.
Oh, kids are... Damn it! He started twerking. Oh, it's brilliant. I'll take my point for that. Oh my god. That's amazing. Okay, I was holding it in pretty good, and then he started twerking.
Don't miss it, dude.
Oh my god. Oh, that's funny. Whoa! And he cranked it even.
If he missed that, I was gonna fucking lose it. I'll be honest.
Oh my god. Okay, give me my number. That's fine. I'll take that one. But yeah, I don't know what it is about kids, but
kids
dude, they're
fucking
funny.
Funny, dude.
Kids are funny. All right, tied up. What else has Jones got in store for us?
Are you fucking me right now? Oh, never mind. I thought he gave us one of those ones you click and it doesn't actually click. Oh, almost got your ass. No,
Dear diary, I seen the prettiest skunk I ever walk out of that kickback and straight into my life. She had my huevos straight tingling. This little torta had it all, homies. She was thicker than a tres leches cake. She had leggings from Fashion Nova, a booty done in Tijuana, a flannel fresh from the Broadacre swamp meet, and her skin was as light as horchata. I can't lie, homies. I wanted to bang.
Oh! Wait a minute. I almost started my day off on the wrong foot. Oh! Wait a minute. I almost started my day off on the wrong foot. Oh! Wait a minute. I almost started my day off on the wrong foot.
Hey, at least she's got a sense of humor about it. I mean, kudos to her for just rolling with
that's a fucking hard one.
The foot that life dealt her. Jones, are you getting off on the wrong foot? Open mouth, insert foot.
There's only
just
one
hurry up and move on,
beach.
goddammit.
Humor edition. My girlfriend dumped me, so I stole her wheelchair. Guess who came crawling back?
Oh. That's terrible.
Wow! If someone burns to death, do they get a discount at the crematorium?
Fair.
This man's asking the right
questions. I made
questions.
a website for orphans. It doesn't have a homepage.
I was just about to say.
Cool. Good, you're doing well.
Yeah, I actually am. I'm in the zone today.
We'll see about that. What makes sad people jump?
I know this one's gonna put me up. What?
God damn it.
Bridges.
Oh. Oh.
You're an idiot.
Try not to laugh. Dark humor edition. My girlfriend dumped me.
What makes sad people jump? Bridges. Wow.
You watched this one already?
We went there. Yeah, we started with that one. We started
What
with
is
that
your
one.
weirdest turn on?
Oh, that's right. Oh, let's not leak my fucking Facebook. All right.
Just a bunch of dick pics. Are we tied up right now?
We're all tied up through Joneses somehow.
Wow.
Ready?
I'm kind of proud, yeah.
Chess. Peaches.
Pussy.
O-P.
P.
Chess. Peaches.
Pussy.
O-P.
P.
Chess.
Oh, man.
Kids almost give me every fucking time, dude. Kids are so hilarious.
Seriously. Please don't cut my pecker off.
Please don't cut my pecker off.
This is bullshit. I'm fast fuck boy. This is bullshit. I'm fast fuck boy.
Dude, I was tearing up for a second.
I am currently tearing up.
Oh, I'm fast as fuck, boy.
This is bullshit.
He's got some good parents, hopefully.
Oh my god. All right, what am mine now?
Oh, that's right. You have some.
General chat. Yep.
General.
Woo! We're off to a great start. Holy shit.
Oh shit! One sec.
Got twerking kids that hit baseballs better than I do.
I'm glad that that you finished that sentence and didn't just keep it with twerking kids.
Oh my god, this one's hilarious. This first one. I'm about to laugh already.
Oh, we saw this one already.
Damn it. Oh, we
Ready?
can watch it again. This one's great.
Dad? Oh shit, oh, he's gonna fall. No, he's gonna fall. You alright? Getting up. I hope so.
That's splat. Watch it again.
Dad? Oh shit, oh, he's gonna fall. No, he's gonna fall. You alright?
My cheeks hurt now. Oh.
I'm gonna do it.
Woo.
Oh, son of a gun. You thought I was going to say son of a bitch, didn't you?
Back when
son of a gun. You thought I was going to say son of a bitch, didn't you?
Woo! Oh, I'm crying.
All right.
I've been crying for a minute.
Remember, alcohol is God's apology for making us self-aware. Thank you for watching. Remember, alcohol is God's apology for making us self-aware.
Thanks, man.
You needle point that on a pillow.
Bagel, no! Bagel! Bagel!
Oh.
Bagel, no! Bagel! Bagel!
Why does he look like Bernie Sanders?
I'm again asking for your hair.
Oh, man.
This is either
That's a
dead
shaved
fish
pussy.
or strawberry banana.
What the fuck?
This is either dead fish or strawberry banana.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
What the fuck?
What the
fuck? The kids. Kids every time it's the kids.
If you could take a pill
Right.
that could, you know, delay the way you age or make you live, you know, long.
I don't think that's a good one.
What the hell happens at your gyms, Jones?
Sad part is I have a home gym.
No, thank you. Hey, sorry I yelled.
I don't remember why I laughed at that one. Oh, this isn't one, but...
Yeah. I've seen that.
Also, this one.
Oh, clever. Clever.
And this one. Is it true that dress blues get you laid? Recruiter. Honestly, you'll be getting fucked so much you'll wish you never joined.
Very universal.
Yes, they are. You better buy some lube because they don't provide it.
What did you just say?
I'm going to lose my freaking damn mind if you don't give me a snack.
You've been copying Mama, I think.
What are you gonna do?
If you don't give me a snack up, but I'm going to use my freaking damn mind.
Behold, consequences of your actions.
Okay. I'm working on it.
My freaking damn mind.
Consequences. Kids are always listening. Oh my god. That fit really well, actually. That was some really good video editing.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
He even makes great music.
I'd listen to that song.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah, bud.
I got a question.
Which question?
Oh, Donnie.
Did you hear about the guy that dipped his balls in glitter?
No.
Pretty
I
nuts.
can't say that.
Yeah, pretty nuts, right? Hey, Dad.
Waves in opposition. Anita Dick is an opponent.
I'll bet he does.
Waves in opposition. Holden Hiscock is also an opponent. Waves in opposition. Anita Dick.
He's a Republican, right?
He's just got Bart Simpson.
These are the people we elected in Congress. Just so you know.
The other one of my favorites is first name Holden, last name spelled Tudix.
Holden Dudix.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's fucking hilarious.
latte drinking,
I've seen this.
toast eating.
Can I take cocaine with my spouse?
No, sir. No, sir.
I did not call Senator Sanders an ignorant slut. I'm not talking about buying it, but let's suppose I came in one day and the cocaine was there. People who are bilingual Speak English and stupid. I don't know why we have to give money to countries that hate us. They should be able to hate us for free. Looks like we're giving Lindsay Lohan the keys to the minibar. President Biden is sort of like Kevin Bacon at the end of Animal House. I can't get my head that far up my rear end. Stick it up there, fact checker. They can kiss my ass. Somebody at the White House has been smoking the devil's lettuce. Okay? My car doesn't run off fairy dust. My car doesn't run off unicorn urine. Christmas ornaments, drywall, and Jerry Epstein. Name 3 things that don't hang themselves.
Wow. Nice.
He's fucking hilarious, by the way. I don't know anything about his politics. I'm pretty sure he's Republican, but he says the most random shit.
That's hilarious.
Will you explain to me what you're doing now?
I'm meditating.
Cool.
That's, yeah.
Taxation is theft. Oh! Taxation is theft. Oh!
Wow.
Couple more of those will shoot his fingers off.
Seriously.
A normal squid jig. It's one of these.
Oh my god, 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 oh yeah.
A normal squid jig. It's one of these.
Oh my god, 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 oh yeah.
If it wasn't for the voiceover, it would have been funny. It was great. If that's the one I lose on, I am not even mad. That's funny.
Oh, I found this just because of you.
Oh, I've seen this.
I know it's your vocabulary.
I use most of those words normally.
No, I know.
I haven't said pumpernickel in a while.
That's why I laugh at it.
I've used kerfuffle recently. I've used
lollygag.
shenanigans. I've used discombobulated recently.
Nincompoop?
I haven't used nincompoop lately.
Skedaddle I've definitely used. We're pretty fucking white, I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah,
gotcha,
pumpernickel.
Won't
That
count it,
was.
I got you.
I already laughed at the last one.
No, off of this. I'm not gonna count it though.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Scout's
so
honor.
You're up 1-2.
I want to get into a couple of these Bud Light ones because they are fucking hilarious to me. I just don't remember which ones are which.
Ooh, wait. Scroll up a little bit. Over 2. When your inner child comes out.
Have you watched this one?
I don't think so.
And a middle name for you?
D.
What's that stand for?
These nuts.
And a middle name for you?
D.
What's that stand for?
These nuts.
At least the cop was cool with it.
Hell yeah. All right.
Oh, what do you got there, Joe?
Gosh damn, what the hell is going on?
Hell?
I don't know.
Go grab you another beer. Ain't not that one.
That's hilarious.
Bud Light presents.
Guess what, motherfucker? I'm as gay as a $3 bill.
Bud Light presents.
Guess what, motherfucker? I'm as gay as a $3 bill.
Bud Light presents.
Let it out, Jones.
Guess
Just let it
what,
out.
motherfucker? I'm as gay as a $3
Real
bill.
man of penis.
Bud Light.
Fucking tearing up, dude. Oh
man.
I don't know what the big deal is. It's just beer. Ah, fuck. I don't know what the big deal is. It's just beer.
Oh, man.
Oh no.
Oh, my cheeks hurt.
Cheers. Cheers.
We both laughed, so it doesn't count.
Cheers.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Oh, shit. You know.
I think I got both of us.
Oh yeah, they did. I'm sorry.
Woo!
They blanked out for a second. It was weird.
You good? You all right?
Apparently not. Shit.
I have a stroke.
I think I did.
It looked like it.
Nolan, I'm hungry. How about you?
I bet you're craving Twinkies, fat boy.
Nolan, I'm hungry. How about you?
I'm glad he had a sense of humor.
Marriage is between a man and a woman, and states must respect that.
I'm gay.
Marriage is between a man and a woman, and states must respect that.
I'm gay.
It's not even the same guy. Doesn't count.
Fuck! Sylvie, say duh.
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 Hey, say what?
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 What? What the fuck?
Have you seen Donald Trump? Do you think he should step in?
Donald Trump don't trust China. China is asshole.
Have you seen Donald Trump?
Oh my god, that's where that came
Donald Trump
from.
don't trust China. China is asshole.
Have you seen Donald Trump? Do you think he should
That
step
I had
in?
no idea where that voice line came from. Because it was the voice line in an EDM song, right? Wasn't it?
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
You didn't know that?
Mm-mm.
No, they used that as a voiceover for like an EDM or like a dance song or something like that. And I never knew where that voice line came from. I guess that was the original video. All right, one more. Oh, do the little kid.
Wow.
One sec, my dog's barking.
Oh, so now I gotta come up with something to talk about for a minute. All right. Well, if any of y'all are ever in Missouri, swing by the Uranus Fudge Factory. It's delicious. It's hilarious, and yeah, worth the drive. I think I spent about 3 hours there just looking at everything. The general store is a pretty good size, and there is something for everyone. There's fudge. There's candy. It's one of those you grab a little paper bag and you just fill it with a handful of whatever the hell you want, and it's paid by the weight. We got t-shirts all over the place, tons of really cool gift ideas. Like I mentioned, I'm going to get a sign for Jones. There's some good ones in there. There are some really good ones.
All right. Oh, no, I have one for you. This one?
No, the one to the right.
Okay, we're going to do
I've seen this one.
Oh.
But I think it's going to make you laugh.
Jaden has $1 bill, 1 quarter, and 2 pennies. How much money does he have? Jaden broke.
That kid's laugh, dude.
His laugh, man.
Jaden's
You ain't
broke.
lying, though. Jade broke. Well, if it was IBS, they would have shat the bed instead of just having gas. Oh, that's funny.
Gives a whole new meaning to shit the bed.
I don't call it farting in bed anymore. I call it sheet music.
Close.
Damn it. All right. Well done, Jones. You win this round.
Yeah, and I think that'll do it for the podcast. I want to remind everyone to Follow us on Spotify. Follow us on Apple Podcasts. Follow us on Deezer,
Deezer's next.
Rumble, YouTube, Twitch. If you liked it, just toss a follow. It's free. Then you'll know when we're doing it next. We have kind of a sporadic schedule. So if you do follow one of those, it'll notify you when we're there. We don't have a Twitter or anything yet because it's just too much, honestly.
Yeah, we don't have a Facebook page either. I was just thinking about that earlier today. But I know these videos would be too big to be Facebook snippets anyway, so
maybe.
We'd have to find a way to cut our videos down to smaller sizes, upload them as Facebook videos. But anyway,
if you guys have any ideas, send it to the DoubleFeed podcast. If you
at gmail.com. Yeah.
If you comment on the YouTube, toss a subscribe, toss a like. I guess hit the bell. That's one of those things that people do nowadays. Follow the Twitch. I'll let you know when we're live because, like I said, it's pretty sporadic. We try to get videos out on Fridays, and then a couple days after that, because it takes a little bit for the video to transfer from Twitch to YouTube, there'll be all of the podcasts. So I would assume Sunday to Monday, usually we have the podcast out on listening platforms. Other than that, we appreciate y'all, guys.
We will see y'all next time. Thanks for tuning into episode 15.
15, dude.
Heck yeah.
You know what
It's
we're
been
gonna
a
do
ride.
this time?
It's been a ride. Glad y'all were here to share it with us.
And we're going to actually do our outro for once.
Heck yeah.
Bye.